This is Dolynny TV, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening and welcome back to NHL coverage here on the channel. The Edmonton Oilers back to action tonight for the 2023-2024 NHL regular season. My pleasure to have you aboard as we get set up for what will be an intense next potential 5 hours if this one goes the distance tonight. I mean, yeah, 5 hours might be a little overkill, but again, if they start it like they start the playoffs, good night. We could have a long time to go before bedtime this evening. So wherever you're tuning in from, glad to have you aboard as we get set up to kick this season off in style. It's the Oilers, the Canucks for another year in a row to kick things off. And of course, for the Oilers, looking to repeat that success they had in the opener last season against the Vancouver Canucks, coming back down 3-0, winning 5-3. Obviously, not as much dramatics needed, hopefully, and the Oilers come away with a W again tonight. So, a lot of talk about everything tonight, today at work, and today across anywhere else I went. So, I'm looking forward to this one, let me tell you that much. To the chat, friends, good evening. Welcome in. Glad to have everybody aboard again. Obviously, it's another year. It's been a while since we had a regular season live stream, right, all the way in April. So it's pretty interesting to finally get back to this whole thing and see how this will end up going this evening. So I'm excited to see that. Obviously, too, the pre-game selection of YouTube has come alive over the past year. Now you got Oilers Nation, you got, of course, Edmonton Sports Talk, all offering pre-game shows. So be interesting to see kind of how that affects the pre-games that we have here on Dolynny TV. But again, not too worried about that, as I know things are going to even out throughout the season and have a good time. So I'm looking forward to it, and I'm welcoming the new faces into the space because the more Oilers talk, the better. Let me tell you, you, I, and everybody know that. It's the Oilers versus the Canucks at around 8 o'clock tonight, but right now it's the Leafs and the Habs on my television set. The Leafs lead 3-2. Austin Matthews has a goal in an opening game. Go figure. And that's where we sit to ourselves. So to the chat we go. Just to sit back and chat with everyone. Tough Cuff, if you're still in here, good evening to you. And as we go as well, Craig, what's up? Well, you know, just getting ready for what's going to be an awesome start to the season, I'm hoping. And Toff there, yeah, you know what? Bearding up. I got the goatee a little bit more pronounced than the rest of the beard right now. But it's just more or less about getting this goatee a little bit out of control. By the end of November, I think, is the target time to shave again. We'll see how that all pans out, but we'll look forward to maybe trimming up the face by then. And Craig, side notes on Bedard so far. I'll tell you right now, with Connor Bedard, I think everything we've seen, he's as good as advertised and should only be able to get better. I know there's a couple of people I've heard concerned about his size, but you got to also remember this kid's just barely over 18. When I came back home from college after 2 years, I was amazed how many people told me that I had grown quite substantially. I didn't feel it, but I guess I'd grown up a little bit taller, so wouldn't be surprised to see Connor Bedard add at least an inch or two to his frame before he's done growing and get into that 5'10", 5'11" range this 3 years from now, probably. All right, Odin, welcome in, and Tiffany, welcome in as well, as we're just getting things underway. Obviously, we've got about 18 minutes and 30 seconds of game time left between the Leafs and the Montreal Canadiens, so there's quite a bit to go here before we actually get our game underway, even get to the pregame on Sportsnet of our game. But again, just kind of figured we'd throw it up live. Everybody else live right now, might as well go out there and do it as well and get you fired up for what's going to be a pretty big stream tonight, I assume. I don't know what to expect, but I believe the Edmonton Oilers Canucks are going to deliver us a good game, which should allow us to kind of have a good stream again tonight. Obviously, coming off the highs of the preseason streams and the highs of course, to the playoff streams. Not expecting quite the 500, 600, 1100 crowds we had, but still expect that we can probably do some good damage here throughout this early part of this regular season as we get into game one this evening. So we are yeah Out of shape, don't know how to drink water either. Oh boy. Already doing that to start off the season. She's going to be a rough one, ain't it? But yeah, as it sits, we got the Oilers and Canucks going 11-6 apiece in terms of lineup, so icing 17 skaters. So the Oilers will be able to make an emergency recall for Saturday if needed. Obviously the Canucks as well, when they play against us on Saturday, able to do that. So be interesting interesting to see who the recall is for the Edmonton Oilers. That's going to be the big thing. Obviously we know Ben Gleason might be up there, Lane Peterson might be up there. Who really knows how that's going to translate, but I guess we will see in time. Kurt, good evening to you, and Magic as well. Good evening. It's the first game of the season, and we are already off to a rough start. Don't worry about it, though. We'll survive. We'll survive this one, no problem. It's the Oilers Canucks kicking it off around probably 8:20 tonight, so we got a long time to go, that's for sure. It's going to be pretty rough to start this one off tonight. Obviously, you have the pregame player intros for the Canucks because it's their home opener, and then you all of a sudden are also the late game on a national telecast, as Matthews was just denied by Allen. Now all of a sudden we got all kinds of scrapping in front of the Canadiens net. We got a full-on brawl here. We got a guy jumping on the back. Gloves on still, but good little action there. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what time this one actually kicks off at. I will tell you that much. That's kind of what I'm watching for this evening, is to see how long it takes the Oilers, the NHL, and the Canucks to kick this one off, because obviously with it being a home opener, with it being a game where you're the late game on hockey, well, not hockey night in Canada, but Wednesday night hockey, it's going to be a long one for sure. And two, right, it's an 8 p.m. start to begin with, so tough. Odin, Holloway, McLeod, and Lavoie, the kid line on Saturday, that is not happening. For those of you that did not catch the update from Ken Holland on The Athletic the other day, Ken Holland basically listed Raphael Lavoie as the 13th, 14th forward, so that would reason to doubt that there is somebody ahead of him on the depth chart, and that would assume probably either Adam Ernie or Lane Peterson are ahead of course, Raphael Lavoie on the depth chart. So keep that in mind right now. Yeah, it's going to be a weird one to see who comes up. Again, if you're a short defenseman too, it might be Ben Gleason at the end of the day. So don't get too excited about Raphael Lavoie. That's all I will tell you right now. So as we get going, Glenn, you're hating the late games. They don't end until almost midnight. Well, I'm telling you, I got an appointment in Southeast Calgary tomorrow morning. So yeah, I'm going to be up late and then up early tomorrow morning. So it's going to be a tough grind. But again, hockey season's back, and that's what it's all about. So we'll get her done, and we'll see what ends up coming from it this evening. That's really all there is to it. The Oilers just have to deliver a game worth remembering out of this one. And season is back, SK. Let's go Oilers. I can echo that fully, as the Oilers are just about 55. Ooh, Canadians just scored. Weird flipper over the shoulder, but ends up in the back of the net. But yeah, we're just a few minutes hopefully away from getting to the pregame, and then obviously too a few minutes away from getting this season started for the Edmonton Oilers and kicking it off in style. Magic, you're going to get your nightly bike ride in before the start of the game. That's not a bad idea at all. A little bike ride in as the season closes out. And this one, Cole Caulfield just fluttered one over the shoulder of the Leafs goaltender. Okay, that's all right, as Mike Matheson got an assist, so I end up getting fantasy points out of it. I will take it. Power play points all the same. And we should be able to kick this off here with hopefully an overtime game between Montreal and Toronto to at least delay having to sit back and watch nothingness between the Oilers and Canucks for about 20 minutes before actual puck drops. So Again, friends, if you haven't already, hit that like button. Make sure to do that. Let's kick this one off in style. I think we can probably hit 100 likes tonight and really kick off what's going to be a special season down the stretch. Hopefully another magical playoffs as we had this year. That was really magical in the spring there, what we were able to achieve. Obviously, hopefully no cat-related injuries during the second round series, and we should be able to stream everything this playoffs. That would be the intention and the hope anyway, and see what comes of it. But it's 3-3 between Montreal and Toronto right now. Maybe a good time for me to take a look and see if I can find the lines for you for tonight's hockey game. As mentioned, the Oilers and the Canucks both going 11-6 to kick this one off, so keep that in mind. It's going to be a short bench for both teams tonight, and Brad Marchand trying to frustrate Connor Bedard. Interesting to see that. Alright, what do we got? Nothing here, nothing here, nothing here. And yeah, we should be just about set to get things underway. Looks like Patrick's got your game notes on a YouTube short on his channel over there on the Oilers Fanatic. But yeah, I don't think there's anything else we need to know to start this one off. So we should be ready to rock and roll here once we get the line combinations a little bit from now. But for now, we'll just kick back, relax. If you got any comments to throw my way, throw it in the chat. And let's literally just chat this rest of this Leafs-Habs game away, because that's about all we get to do here, as Jack-Eye just scored one from the point, maybe tipped in front, as maybe Newhook just tipped it. And Montreal has just scored the 4th goal of the game, giving them the lead. And Max Domi on the ice for another minus for me. Don't get better, does it? Yeah, he is struggling out there tonight. This one in front, Kirby Dach gets a good chance on net. He's turned aside, so they've got Dach, Slavkovsky, and Newhook as the line. Dach wheeled that back to the blue line. The shot came in from Jack-Eye, and Newhook tipped it home with Slav on the ice. So, yeah, this one's going back and forth. And Jackson watching from Maui tonight. Well, welcome in from Maui. Glad to have you aboard, as it's it would be much nicer in Maui than it is here, I'll tell you that much. It is very, very, very cold out here in southern Alberta today. It's our first full day of rain in the fall, and it is chilly, windy, gross, gray. Now pitch black outside, because of course it's that time of year where it actually is lighter in the winter than it is obviously right around this time of year, where for some reason after it gets dark, it just gets dark, dark, dark. And yeah, hopefully the Oilers go out there and play to their potential today and get the job done. That's the big thing. I know we're expecting a lot from the Edmonton Oilers, and you're hoping that it starts tonight right out of the gate in Game 1. I think we had those expectations similarly in Game 1 last year, and then you watch Jack Campbell give up the first 3 of the game, and hopefully tonight that's not the case against the Vancouver Canucks this time around, with Jack Campbell more than likely in net for the Edmonton Oilers. We should be getting close to warm up here in about 11 minutes, so yeah, we should be almost ready to potentially get some line combos from some Oilers insiders and then kick off what will be a good start to the season, that is for sure. So again, friends, like I said, if you do have anything to throw in the chat, let me know. But we're just going to go quietly comb through, back into YouTube right now. Make sure everything is ducks in a row, checked off, and ready to rock and roll for another season of Edmonton Oilers hockey here on Dolynny TV. Entering the live stream, 1 subscriber short of 12,750. Don't mind me. Over under 6.5 goals, Simon. I don't give out betting advice. That's one thing I try to stay clear of. Obviously, I'm hoping the Oilers score a lot of goals tonight, but I don't want to talk about how many goals the Canucks score, because I don't want to go out there and say they score 1 or 2 goals and then all of a sudden they don't stick to that. They stick to about 5 or 6, and then we got a real problem. So I try my best not to give out betting advice here on Dolynny TV, and that's about as close to anything as you're going to get from me this evening. You just throw your bet in the chat and it usually cashes. That's all I know. That's what I learned last year. Turned out pretty well for a lot of people. So hopefully it works out for you. And we got a whole bunch of hockey players here from back in the day. All right. Let me just quickly check this out, friends. Just quickly. Okay. All right. We are kicking off. We are flying here, friends. Hot out of the gate on this live stream already. As it's Jakai and Doc that get the assists on the marker there for the Montreal Canadiens that made it 4-3, and it always seems like they have they seem to have good opening games, the Canadiens and the Leafs. Kevin, you're back in Canada in time for the start of the Oilers Cup winning season. Well, let me tell you, I'm excited to be back in Edmonton to kick off the home schedule on Saturday. I'll be up there late Friday night, crash out, get up early Saturday, and get to work. So tomorrow I'm already casually packing for the game on Saturday. And Jackson, what's in my water bottle? Simply put, friends, if you think I got anything more in my water bottle than water, you'd be out to lunch, because that's the thing. It takes a lot to be able to sit here and talk nonsensically for 4 hours. And that's what I'm going to attempt to do tonight. So, as per always, it's just the water. I know sometimes I mix it up with a little lemonade, a little iced tea, but haven't gotten quite to hockey season where I'm stocking the lemonade and the iced tea in the fridge yet. So, keep that in mind. We're not there yet, but we'll get there eventually when we get to the streams that more or less are only a period or 2 periods, depending on time constraints on a weekday kind of situation, because obviously got to get to work. And the big thing is, YouTube does a lot for me, but doesn't do enough to replace full-time job yet. So we aren't going to prioritize YouTube and lack of sleep over getting up and going to work in the morning and giving my all I have every day, day in, day out, to hopefully get somewhere here right away. So yeah, that's where we're at. But as we go, friends, 13 minutes to go here in this third period of play between the Leafs and Habs. So we're just about set to get things underway here for this Oilers season. In the 13 minutes that come to an end, probably about 7:45 here between the Leafs and Canadiens, unless they run clock here substantially over the next few 3-4 minutes. But yeah, as long as the Canucks don't have something elaborate planned for their season opening game, we should be just fine. Obviously, too, the Leafs and Habs going to overtime would be a little bit of a disaster here to start this season, but that's what they usually do. Marner just got tanked. Riley's going to play it back down to Matthews, and this one's all around in the zone here as the Leafs are kind of running shop here. And, yeah, they're trying their best to do something, but I don't think they're going to achieve it here. And, Darcy, other than the Caps, are there any other teams in the East that could be a trade partner for the Oilers? I don't know. Again, here's the thing. We can talk about trades this early in the season. Again, I don't think anybody targeted the Oilers to trade with St. Louis last year when we acquired Klim Kostin. So I'm not going to sit here and say that I'm expecting the Oilers to trade with any teams out East or out West. So I'm not too concerned. I know Nick Dowd's been mentioned, but again, it's not been mentioned that the Washington Capitals are a good trading partner. It's been mentioned that Nick Dowd is a good target. So for right now, I'm not going to get too excited about much. It's just something that was nice and easy to talk about. A little extra on a, well, I guess Tuesday after a long weekend, where we already had a lot of news this past weekend. So hopefully for the Oilers, they do find out a trade here right away, and hopefully I can cover it and I'm not at work, because that kind of sucks when you miss out on those views a little bit at because you're at work. And Leafs just about went down 5-3 there. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting year. I think too the Oilers aren't going to be as shy to make a deal as they were last year, but again, you have to look out for more minor moves from the Oilers as opposed to that groundbreaking move sometime in November, because I doubt that's coming at all from the Edmonton Oilers this year. I expect more so you get your minor move, you get your 2 major deadline moves, and that's about it. That's about all, because even at the deadline, we only have $1.8 million in cap space to spend, so realistically not that much that we can really add to the lineup for 1.8. Yeah, retention, I guess you can get 2 guys worth 1.8, but Again, who's out there at 1.8 that's going to fill your two holes, that being a steady Eddie top four defenseman and, a guy on your third line that kills penalties, takes face-offs, does it all, right? I don't know if that's going to be a guy that you can find on the trade market similar to Nick Bjugstad. But Bjugstad again last year, who was he? He was available at the deadline, and I mean with Arizona he might be again. I would not be surprised to see Nick Bjugstad be an Edmonton Oiler once again. So we'll see. We'll see what ends up happening here, but again, plenty of time on the clock, thankfully. Don't have to panic quite yet, and that's the nice part. I have to remember this is the first year that I've gone full steady right from the start of a training camp all the way through playoffs, into the off-season, draft, regular season again. And we're starting from zero again here, so that's kind of the weird part. It's the quest for the cup, same as last year. And it's a pretty nice day on the island. Well, glad to hear that it's a good day on the island. It's trying to read that properly. On the big island. Okay, well, that's good to hear. And yeah, Jackson, electrolytes are good to add. Well, I gotta get my BioSteels in. Obviously, BioSteel's filing for bankruptcy, so we just won't worry about BioSteel anymore. There's no more hope of a sponsorship, so we'll just casually run away from the product. But no, I'll still be drinking my BioSteel. It's just on a day like today when it's this cold out, no thank you. I mean, I haven't been outside working in the cold weather yet this year, so I don't casually need to worry about the BioSteels as much as I was last year when I was on the truck consistently. All right. Quickly give myself a second here, as Max Domi needs to get in gear here and do something for those Toronto Maple Leafs. And how about that? We're already up over 5.5 hours. We are crushing along. I'm loving this. We are not even half an hour out from the game, so yeah, we should be good to go here in a matter of a few moments. And just quickly check as well. Dogs roaming around upstairs looking for, I'm not sure what, maybe some water, maybe some food. We'll go check on that before the game starts. But yeah, no, we should be good for hockey here soon. Biggest problem is, like I said, the Leafs. The Leafs are probably going to tie this game, send it to overtime, prolong us a little bit, and that's going to make it, of course, an interesting night to stay up. I'm already feeling the tired. Don't worry about me. I know it's already pretty late, and for those of you out east, it's already past 9:30 or just about 9:30. So it's a tough draw tonight, that's for sure. But we'll handle it hopefully pretty well this evening, and then worry about it on Saturday as well. Roger, no fires, thankfully. Yes, obviously things have calmed down as the summer went on with the wildfire situation both in BC, Alberta, and the Northwest Territories, and now we're sitting back into fall, winter, where things should start calming down a little bit here and getting back to normal. So good to go. And yeah, it's 3:30 p.m. out in Maui and areas like that. But again, that's the luck of the draw. You got nice tropical weather, and oh, by the way, it's also nice and early in the day too. Guy could wish. Unfortunately, that's not the case here. So, Vortex, good evening to you as well. Glad to see you aboard for another season of hockey. As you'll see throughout the year as well, I'm going to try and do a little bit extra, little weightlifting here. Get back my strength. One thing I learned doing all this Edmonton Oilers coverage all winter, I did not exercise the body as much as I needed to, and it took me an entire ball season to get back to just keeping my body in shape more or less. Now all of a sudden getting back to hockey here in the fall, I've kind of fallen by the wayside. So this week I went out and bought some weights and trying to take care of myself a little bit this winter. So my feet are sitting on that weight and it'll irritate me once in a while, and I'll be lifting those. You'll just see me randomly pick those up, but don't worry about it. And Vortex, stoked to be back. Well, I am stoked to be back as well. Hopefully the Oilers get the job done this evening and give us something to cheer about on a Wednesday night. as we get going here. I don't think there's anything we need to know. Yeah, okay, so Jack Campbell is in net for the Edmonton Oilers tonight. That is confirmed by the Oilers on Twitter 20 seconds ago. Jack's in net to start the season. That is not really a big surprise right there. And then another thing here too, I don't think there's anything else to really, I don't really think there's anything else to say. So we should be good to go there for right now. And rock and roll here in a matter of moments. So yeah, for the Oilers, we are now less than 9 minutes of game time away from this Canadiens-Leafs game coming to an end. So we are getting closer and closer by the minute to the Edmonton Oilers season starting up. You see, I'm just trying to stay tamed with the old voice here. I want to burn out early, so hopefully good to go here in a matter of moments. Vortex, do I have those adjustable dumbbells? No, I just have 8-pound weights, 10-pound weights, and that's kind of what I'm just kind of trying to lift so as I get my body back up to maybe the 25 that I have in the closet as well. But it'd be nice to maybe have a little bit of pop in the bat to start the year instead of at the end of the year. Because 2 years ago I had pop in the bat and then I burned home my shoulders with impingements. But hopefully this year kind of come in full fighting shape and get the job done. Yeah, and Montreal just scored again. Literally put my head down half a second and Montreal just scored to make it 5-3. And Justin, good evening to you as well. And Simon asking, should Skinner feel bad for not getting the start? No. This is the big thing. It's not necessarily who starts game one. It's all about working towards who finishes the season in net as the Edmonton Oilers win the Stanley Cup. And that's kind of the open competition concept here for the Oilers. Is it's just a big question of who's going to win the job by year's end, right? Stuart Skinner did that, earned the right to start all the playoff games. But Jack Campbell, stellar in his limited time in the playoffs and as well throughout the preseason, earned the chance to be the creased netminder again this season for the Edmonton Oilers to start at least. And obviously I'm not saying run him 10 games to start. I'm saying give him 2 and see what he does. Obviously that is if he doesn't absolutely crap the bed tonight against the Vancouver Canucks, because that is as well a possibility to start the season. As we get going, yeah, we should be rocking and rolling here in about 8 minutes of game time. We're bleeding down that clock a little bit every time I look up. And Magic, a little bit of own exercise equipment is nice to have. Yes, it is absolutely beautiful to have a little bit. And actually this room is kind of jammed up now. I need to figure out what I'm doing with the suitcase and stuff. But biggest thing is I have an exercise bike in here. I have my dumbbells. And obviously too, I have a little balance board that I use from time to time to try and make sure my legs are in good enough shape to keep going. So hopefully good to go here in the spring when we're done this hockey stuff. Ace, it will not be my more than 12 goals. Well, there we go. Back in mid-season form. Love to see it as we are just about ready to get things underway here. We're just past 7:30. Just crept over 30 viewers live, so I can tell we are getting things geared up to get this game started here in about half an hour, 45 minutes time. And obviously too, the Leafs and Oilers kind of both have high expectations this year. The Leafs down 5-3 in this one here, and the Oilers yet to start, but hoping to avoid a similar fate against potentially a weaker club in Vancouver. Kind of similar thing. Montreal is to Toronto what Vancouver is to Edmonton this year, I guess you could say. So hopefully the Oilers can find a way to just absolutely blow the doors off of this one early and just go out there and get the job done. Really, that's all that matters. And I know I was preaching that during the playoffs, but if you could do it 2 games against Vegas in round 2 of the Stanley Cup playoffs with Vegas going on to win the Cup, I hope with another year under their belt on this roster that the Oilers can do it in game 1 against the Vancouver Canucks of the regular season. And yeah, it's we are going to see what ends up coming here for the Edmonton Oilers tonight. I'm not sure what that was, but it was something I just watched. And yeah, let's go here as well. Talking about exercise equipment. Didn't expect to do that on the live stream, but that's what I did here, all on my own doing. Friends just chatting in the chat right now. If you're wondering where the game is, I'll have your play-by-play call here just past the top of the clock. I'm pretty sure on that. And brother, all you use is a resistant bands, a few kettlebells mixed in with body weight exercises, and some green stuff. I understand that, yeah. Not a bad idea. And Magic. Luckily, Costco had a home gym for $300 one year, and it's been one of my best buys ever. Yeah, see, I don't have room for a home gym, but I've got enough space to do what I need to do. I just need to actually do it. And it probably wouldn't have been a bad idea to get on the exercise bike here prior to the live stream and fire up and do something, but didn't end up doing it, so that's okay. We'll battle through and should be good to go for tonight's live stream either which way, hopefully. Hopefully. And Vortex, what do I think of the Heritage jerseys and setup? I'm a pretty big fan. I'm really excited to be there. Obviously really excited to get my jersey plated. I'm still not sure who I'm going to get on it. Maybe a game time decision on Saturday. It would be nice to possibly get a Heritage Classic jersey plated when I'm at Rogers Place on Saturday. That's the big thing. I think Patrick will be bringing my jersey by for me, so get it plated Saturday afternoon, get it back to the hotel room, and leave it be until it's time to giddy up for October 29th. All right. We are now just into the last 6 minutes of play here in the third period. So the Oilers and Leafs almost, I don't know why I keep saying the Oilers and Leafs. Leafs and Habs almost ready to finish this one off. And then hopefully the Oilers get started right around 8 o'clock. That would be a big, dandy, huge victory on a Wednesday night, that's for sure. But as it currently stands for the Oilers, we just need to get this game underway and obviously get it finished with a W, that's for sure. And Darcy, the only thing that scares you about Van City is their defense and goaltending have improved. Big thing though, I think Carson Soucy is out of the lineup tonight, so that's one thing that benefits us. If I read correctly, Carson Soucy is not in the lineup for the Canucks tonight, or he was injured, or he might not be full health. But here's Bob Stauffer's lineup for the Oilers tonight, so let me clip that and get this in here for you. We'll go here and get that going, and do images, bing bang boom, pictures, and there we go. Perfect. Lineup for the Edmonton Oilers. Here we are. If I could make that much bigger. Matthias Ekholm is not on the ice for the Oilers this evening. Kane, McDavid, Brown, RNH, Draisaitl, Hyman, Holloway, McLeod, Fogle, Janmark, Ryan, Nurse, Bouchard, Kulak, Ceci, Broberg, Desharnais. So the Oilers are going to start out a man short, so are the Canucks. So don't worry about it. We are all going to kind of play on equal territory tonight in terms of roster size. So we should be good to go here for both teams. Obviously down a man, but neither team with a sizable advantage. And the Leafs just put it in the side of the net somehow, and Matthews has his second goal of the game. Sheldon Keefe smiling about that one. 4:32 to go here in the third period, and the Leafs have cut the deficit to 1. But yeah. That's where it is. As John Tavares just puts it down to Austin Matthews. Matthews fires it in off the skate of Allen and puts it home. And that is done and dusted for the Toronto Maple Leafs, who cut the deficit down to 1. And when I put this way, okay, to the comments, Ace and Magic saying Vegas or the Oilers is the best team. How I would put this is Vegas is one injury away from being mediocre. Right? Is there one injury, and I'm not talking about one like injury that they can shelve a guy until the playoffs. I'm talking like you not necessarily even lose a goaltender, because I expect Aiden Hill to fall off. Logan Thompson will do his thing. It's more or less, you lose Pietrangelo for 40 games, you know what? You probably fall off quite substantially. You lose Jack Eichel for 40 games, that changes the complexion. Mark Stone, I think they've learned how to live without him. But you lose one big guy in that lineup, and it could change things on a dime for the Vegas Golden Knights. So it'll be interesting to see how that all pans out. But again, plenty of time to see how it works out. And the nice part is we're starting from scratch, so we should be good to go here, friends. You got the lineup, you're good to go. Let's quickly throw this back to regular situation. Get back into the grooves in the floor. I've literally got grooves in the vinyl hardwood plank this is. But yeah, that was a close call there for the Habs as well, almost making it 6-4 as this game continues to just be a wild one. Yeah, and obviously too, Kulak and Ceci, you saw that as a lineup pair in this game for the Oilers tonight. What you need to know is that will be the third pairing defense this year. It'll be Broberg and Ekholm on the second pair, Nurse and Bouchard on your first pair. Simply because what are you going to do? Like if you don't want Bouchard up on the top pair with Nurse, are you going to realistically sit Ceci back up on the top line? I don't like that either. So there's really no good way to set it up other than just expect Bouchard to take that step forward defensively. He's a young guy. If he wants to shoulder load at the NHL level, he's going to have to. And if he wants to earn a bigger contract, he's going to have to do that as well. So that's the big thing right now for the Oilers is Bouchard set up for a big growth year. So why not give him the responsibility early? He was able to handle the power play minutes and turn you into gold. So hopefully he can handle the defense and good to go. Because just because you can't play defense one year doesn't mean you can't play defense the next. Cody Ceci's first year in Edmonton Oilers uniform was picture of that for his career. So hopefully that works out for Bouchard and we should be good to go. So yeah, hopefully good to go. And obviously ace, yeah, too, if McDavid or Draisaitl go down 100%. But again, for the Oilers too this year, biggest thing is they aren't necessarily one step away from disaster, because then they'd be able to enact LTIR, right? They'd be able to go out and get somebody that could kind of make ends meet for them. Whereas Vegas, I believe, is heavily into LTIR already, so they necessarily can't make ends meet, if you know what I mean. Kind of think about the Oilers' injury situation last year. The Oilers are not quite in that situation as Vegas is this year, so that's kind of the saving grace if one of the big boys for the Oilers were to get injured. But again, too, all about how you shelf it. So see what ends up happening, which team abuses the LTR loopholes this year, and I guess we'll see what ends up happening here. Yeah, 5-4, Montreal leads Toronto. And yeah, Bertuzzi just about whacked that one on midair, but Jake Allen able to snag that one and keep it going. And Dom Canes and Sens is pretty electric. Well, if I would have chose to watch that channel, but the thing is I wanted my my stream to boot over to the Oilers Canucks game right after, so that's kind of where I'm at, is I just chose that Sportsnet channel, and we should be good to go here for Oilers and Canucks in just about 5-10 minutes here, hopefully, when we get to the Sportsnet pregame. I'm seeing a couple of you creeping in here as we continue to roll along this evening. I'm just chatting along with the chat this evening, and so far pretty tame in here as it gets going. So it should be good to go here in the few minutes that we have remaining before the Oilers get underway. 13-9 the giveaways for the Leafs this evening. That's an ugly stat. That is a really, really ugly stat for them. Hopefully they can figure out how not to give away the puck in the final minute and 34 seconds of the game and potentially find a way to tie that, as that would not be a bad thing for them. And obviously, big question here is, do we get overtime or not? As John Tavares is going to take the face off for the Leafs. We're going to see what happens. He wins it back here, so we got a little bit of intrigue to start this one. The shot fired, and Montreal tying this one up. They're going to fire it to the blue line, not out. Okay. Nylander with the puck. Philip, it is Mr. Jack Campbell, friends. If you're just tuning in, Jack Campbell in net this evening for the Edmonton Oilers to begin the year. So keep that in mind. And here's the Leafs. They put it home. Matthews completes the hat trick. Oh, heck yeah. Oh, yeah, let's go. That's huge for the fantasy team. Not usually a big Matthews fan, but how about that? Austin Matthews just scored his third goal of the game, which gives me a tie for a category. And, yeah, we are rocking and rolling right now. So there you have it. 107 to go, and it looks like we will get overtime. What else do I have? Mike Matheson has an assist. Freddie Anderson gave up 3 goals. That sucks. And yeah, that should do it for me. That will give me a little bit of a competitive edge here, and that's a good thing here for sure. And Kevin, you posted as Goat Farmer when you lived in the Philippines. Glad you always shared the games with me. Well, Kevin, I'm glad you shared the games with me. So glad to have you along, and hopefully good season to start things off here tonight. As we should be ready for an electric game if this is what's happening with Toronto, Montreal, and obviously Ottawa and Carolina. And yeah, the big thing is Magic. Matthews signed the contract dollars for next year, so it's a big thing. The Leafs need him to live up to it year after year after year now. And most goals in season openers franchise history. Matthews was tied with Babe Dye to start the game, and now he has 12 in Leeds franchise history. That's not a bad little stat to have for Austin Matthews, one of the obscure ones, but obviously a guy who's had goal-scoring prowess on opening night, and another hat trick here to can things here. So not bad at all as he gets things rocking for the Toronto Maple Leafs to tie it late. Again, nice little clutch play there to finish that one off. And like I said, I'm going to be glowing about Austin Matthews all year because I got him on my fantasy team. He was kind of ranked low for some reason by Yahoo Sports, and that allowed me to pick him up at number 7, whereas everybody else I've talked to, their leagues took him at 4. So I will take Austin Matthews at 7 as opposed to number 4. 107 to go here in this third period, and then like I said, we should be able to eventually get to this Edmonton Oilers game of ours. That'd be nice, right? That'd be excellent, but we'll find out what happens here. Yeah, sorry, just give me a second. Making sure we're taking care of business, and let me also check one other thing here, friends. We should be rocking and rolling, that's for sure. And it's going to look like, well, 12,749. So friends, if you've been along for the pregame show so far, you're new to the channel. That's the big thing. If you're new to the channel and you want to continue to swing by either for the pregame or the actual game or the regular season videos, whatever, maybe consider hitting that subscribe button. This is the first time I've hit the ad all live stream, so my apologies on that front. And what I'm also going to do is hit the insert ads button just to see if it works. It does, so we are good to go here to begin this NHL season. So friends, thank you for being aboard again so far in the live stream's pregame portion. Like I said, we got the lineup here. Let me again flip that over for you one more time if you're just tuning in. Matthias Ekholm will not dress in this game. Kane, McDavid, Brown, RNH, Draisaitl, Hyman, Holloway, McLeod, Fogle, Janmark, Ryan, Nurse, Bouchard, Kulak, Ceci, Broberg, Desharnais, and Campbell, friends. As that is how the Oilers will line up tonight. A man short to begin things in the season opener. But right now, I'm just going to take a moment to go change into some pajamas, stay warm down here, and get things underway. So give me just a few moments time. All right, my apologies, friends. A little longer than I wanted to take on that front, but again, it is what it is, as we are ready to rock and roll here this evening. And again, friends, a reminder, you will not be able to watch the game live here on Dolynny TV. It's copyright material, and as such, I cannot show you the game, but I will be glad to do your play-by-play for you and keep you in tune with everything going on this evening. So hopefully it all works out for us, and we should be good to go as we fire up the 2023-2024 NHL season here on the channel this night. We should be ready to set it up. Let me just tuck that up there. Little three-legged guy wants to come say hi as per stream tradition nowadays. Buddy, come on. What are you doing? What are you doing? Hey, come here. Come here. Hi. Hi. Who's all those strange people, huh? Who's all those strange people? Yeah, strange people. Strange people, buddy. Oh, good stretch. Oh, good stretch. All right, we got overtime between Montreal and Toronto to kick things off on the season opener. That seems like just a constant in the NHL nowadays. Hey, you're just chilling. You're just chilling. Can I get your belly? Who's got your belly? Hey, who's got your belly? Yes. Good to go. No, don't lick me. Don't lick me. No. Stay away from my ear. Likes my ears because they get the remnants of the shampoo sometimes stuck in there, and then he's trying to get in there. Here's Austin Matthews, 4-goal game. Nope, couldn't do it. Now he's going to reload and try and do it one more time. But, yeah, friends, we are just about ready to light up the 2023-2024 NHL season. And should be good to rock and roll here to begin this one in a matter of moments. John Klingberg now on the ice for the Leafs here in overtime, as they're going to try and light up a game-winning goal. And looks like they've got, who's Yarncroke's out there? Oh my goodness. They're getting desperate here in overtime, are the Leafs. As there's Nylander out there. He's rolling around and missed pass. Oh, well, never mind. But, the Oilers starting Jack Campbell tonight. Again, friends, if you are just tuning in the live stream, my apologies for not having the lineup up as often as I probably should this evening. Again, Kane, McDavid, Brown. And the Leafs just trying to jam that one home. No goal there. RNH, Draisaitl, Hyman, Holloway, McLeod, Fogle, Janmark, Ryan, Nurse, Bouchard, Kulak, Ceci, Broberg, Desharnais, Campbell, and Skinner's on the bench to start this one. So keep that in mind. That's exactly how we're going to line up this evening. Down, Matthias Ekholm, down a skater because of cap compliance issues. Obviously, Marcus Niemelainen is injured, so keep that in mind. He is out of the lineup this evening, and we'll see what ends up coming from it once we get there for sure. So, we should be good to go. And Toph, I missed your chat up there, but you did fantasy hockey. You did logos for teams for your brother and yourself, but we never did play. Well, I'll tell you, fantasy hockey, something that I'm not a huge fan of, and obviously I got to pay league fees still here right away, but it's kind of one of those things. I dabble once every second year or so, try and avoid it after doing it for 1 year because it's just so time consuming. But this year I'm looking forward to it. Try and stay in tune with the NHL a little bit more than I normally do. And friends, we are about to hit live to that, magical old 8 o'clock hour as we are about to light up the season for yet another year here on Dolynny TV. I'm looking forward to it. The Canadians are taking their time out here in overtime, and we are going to take our time getting to the Oilers game, it looks like, as per tradition on opening nights of the season at the NHL level for the Edmonton Oilers. The Canadians are going to head to the power play here with, pretty much less than 2 minutes remaining in overtime, so they will be on the power play until they score or until overtime comes to an end. Darcy, you and I both are hoping for both goalies to do well this year. That's the big thing. You need as much goaltending as you possibly can throughout the regular season and playoffs to win the cup, and hopefully that is the case for the Edmonton Oilers this year. Peter, good evening and welcome into you as well, as we should be almost set for hockey here in a few moments, depending on if the Canadians want to score on this power play or give up a shorthanded goal. Either or would work for me at this point. It would appear I've got a little smudge on my glasses here. And there we go, that should clean it up. We should be good to go. All right, so friends, what has been a long pregame, obviously just because the Leafs and Canadians have kind of kept us occupied for the better part of an extra 10 minutes here so far. We're looking now just to end this and get this done. Yeah, no, Magic, that's the thing too, limited injuries. I know we already talked about that, kind of dwelling on Vegas potentially, but yeah, as well, the more healthier you stay, hopefully the better off we are. And hopefully for Mr. Evander Kane, he's back to full health and ready to rock and roll. We've seen some good-looking shots out of him this preseason, so I assume that he is just fine and ready to rock and roll. That wrist will probably be 100% by probably November, December, once it gets up to full game speed again. So we'll see what comes from that. Salty, welcome in, and Super. Who's the main goalie for the Edmonton Oilers this season? That is yet to be determined. She is an open competition between the two goaltenders to take that main goalie position, and that'll evolve week by week, month by month, who is the main goaltender for the Edmonton Oilers this season. Welcome aboard, friends. If you're just tuning in and you're ready for Edmonton Oilers hockey, let me be the first one to tell you, don't mind me if you hit that like button, as we'll try and recruit as many friends into the stream as possible this evening. That'd be not a bad way to start things off, kick it off in style. 17 seconds to go in overtime between the Leafs and Habs, so it's almost all but a guarantee that we will indeed have a shootout here between Montreal and, of course, the Toronto Maple Leafs yet again to kick off a season opener, and that one goes up and out of play with second and 2 ticks. So we'll see what happens here for the Habs on what could be a very important face-off to close out this hockey game. So keep that in mind. Again, friends, as well, as I'm just saying right now, at any time, if you want to make sure you stay tuned for more coverage here on Dolynny TV, I'd love to have you aboard. So if you'd be so kind to consider throughout the live stream hitting that subscribe button at any given point. And just more or less, I got to remember to advertise myself, because it's kind of a situation, right? I'm out here doing this work. I might as well try and advertise a little bit for myself while doing it. And as we're sitting in, getting going here tonight, just crossing here live on the live stream, 12,751 subscribers on the, 12,751 on the channel. So that's a pretty big milestone, and obviously looking towards 13,000 by the end of the month. That'll be pretty crazy to hit that, that's for sure. So here we go, friends. We are going to head to a shootout between Montreal and Toronto, and then we will kick off the Oilers live stream here in a matter of a few minutes. I've been saying that all night, it feels like, but Montreal and Toronto just are the gift to keep on giving on opening night usually. They always seem to go into extra time or into some other weird situation like a shootout. And friends, don't mind me, because that gives us room to run up already 25 hours on the stream. Good evening, Tim. Glad to have you aboard. Good to see you in the chat once again for another year of hockey. It's going to be an exciting one, I think. The Oilers are going to give us something to talk about here, and Tim, your Toronto Maple Leafs, and Austin Matthews in particular, giving you something to talk about to start this hockey season, as Mr. Matthews with the hat trick so far. A very important performance for my fantasy hockey team tonight, and hopefully enough to get this Leaf team a win in the shootout, as we're going to have the rink boards doing some weird things. And here's Nylander in on net. He's going to try and tuck around Jake Allen, who just seals it with pads, and that will shut down that opportunity for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Their first shooter stoned right there. And thoughts on Connor Bedard's first couple of games? Well, as far as I had seen, he had scored a goal tonight and an assist in his first one. So I think Connor Bedard's going to be as advertised. And I mean, that's even playing on a poor team like Chicago kid's going to take that team back to new heights. And yeah, tough go, that's for sure, for Canadian fans who might have wanted to see him in a Canadian NHL team's uniform. Super, you've got McDavid and Skinner on your fantasy team this year, so you'll be cheering for Edmonton with you guys this year. I like it. Make sure to stop by, tune in as often as possible, because it's going to be a fun season. And I think, too, just being able to hang out with all you guys again this year and really kick back and enjoy it is going to be special. We really made some memories in the playoffs there, and obviously down the stretch this past year. So looking forward to doing much more of the same this time out this year. Raymond, welcome back in another year. Let's go. I'm excited to be back, and I think the Oilers are excited to be back as well. You know, you've heard a lot of talk all off season. Put up or shut up time now. Let's go get this job done and see what they can do. Cole Caulfield in the shootout here for Montreal. He goes to the wide boards. Now cuts back to the middle of the ice. The shot fired, save made by Samsonov, and that will be a stop for the Toronto Maple Leafs, who have a chance now to put the Montreal Canadiens on the brink. Canadians could have put them on the brink, but couldn't get it done, so, oh well, never mind. And friends, we are just about so close to hitting that 100 viewer live mark here on the stream. Look at that, right off, kicking off the season in style. Mitch Marner on the attempt here in the shootout, scores over the glove hand side of Jake Allen. And friends, we busted 100 viewers live at once on the live stream to kick off the year. That is a good sign. Don't mind me. And absolutely magic. The big thing is, yes, the chat box is the biggest selling feature to these streams, 100%. It's just being able to interact with you guys. I do provide the play-by-play during the Oilers actually skating on the ice and shooting the puck and doing that whole thing, but obviously having the chat to go back in case I missed something or you guys saw something I didn't. Always exciting to be able to interact and go back and forth. And two, trust me, when I see the chat light up for a goal, it gets me the energy I need, and it's nice to see that Peter's in here as well, because that means the regular old rotation should be back. In terms of goal scoring for the Edmonton Oilers, and Peter alerting me to a goal with 4 capital letters that spell the word goal. All right. Leafs lucky to get a point. Yeah, the Leafs lucky to get 2 tonight, winning it in a shootout, so good for them, getting the job done. And obviously Austin Matthews coming away with a huge performance to get the team back in it, and a big-time victory for them to kick things off. And now Montreal Canadiens that close to stealing one on opening night, just couldn't hang on down the stretch, and Toronto finds a way. And I mean, that's the big thing. Toronto found a way to do it last year, and they're going to find probably a way to do it this year and get the job done at some point here in potentially the 24 playoffs. Not saying Toronto's going to win the cup, but saying that Toronto's definitely got a shot to do even more than they did last season. And be interesting to see what they are able to do. Is looks like we've got the Vancouver Canucks Orca on the ice at the Vancouver Canucks home opener. So we are just about ready to kick things off from Rogers Arena in Vancouver, as we're going to light things up to start the season with the player introductions, the staff personnel introductions for the Vancouver Canucks, who have gone under some major changes over the past season, obviously with the exit of Bruce Boudreau, the introduction of Rick Tocchet, and the core changes that they've had in terms of staff and to what they've got going on in Vancouver. You look at the roster from a year and a half ago to now, it's quite crazy to see the change in Vancouver. So they're just putting everybody up on the Jumbotron right now, a bunch of folks that make the hockey scene go round in Vancouver, and we'll see what comes of it here tonight for them against the Edmonton Oilers. Friends, welcome aboard. I'm Tyson, glad to have you here on Dolynny TV tonight. Can you believe it? Hockey is back. It feels like it literally just left us. I know it felt like it was grinding all summer, and now all of a sudden it rains one day. I'm in the basement live streaming that evening, and it feels crazy that hockey's back just like that, but I'm excited to have hockey back, and I'm looking forward to being able to call this one tonight for you. It's the home opener for the Vancouver Canucks, who the Oilers will face in their home opener on Saturday, very much so. Looking forward to being at Rogers Place for the home opener against the Vancouver Canucks on Saturday. So if you are down at the rink, don't mind looking for me. I'll be around pretty much most of the day at Rogers Place. So if you're down there early, make sure to pop by and say hi. Biggest thing though is take advantage of the Ice District little promotions they have going down in the Ice District area there at the Plaza. I played 3 games of cornhole before the Oilers home opener last season, so I'll tell you, it's a good time to get down there early and have a little bit of fun. And yeah, we are just about ready to get this underway. And Brock Besser will lead out of the tunnel here for the Vancouver Canucks. Brock Besser looking to put everything that's happened in the past few years behind him and have a special season this year for the Vancouver Canucks. So hopefully they can do it. And Ace, the last team to win the Stanley Cup for Canada in 1993, the Montreal Canadiens. So that's what was probably giving us more hype than it should have last year, as it was 30 years. You had the strong Oilers team, you had the strong Leafs team. Not saying they were team cup winning teams, but they were strong teams. Best teams Canada has put forward in a number of years, probably since Vancouver in 11. And yeah, you know what? We had hopes of maybe breaking a 30-year curse on the 30 dot. All right, we are so close to hockey time, friends. I am so jacked up. This is going to be a dang good time tonight, I will tell you that much. As we are closing out the pregame portion of the live stream, just to give you an update on how things ended up ending. 31 hours on the pre-game portion. That is not bad at all. So there you have it. And yeah, we should be almost ready for hockey tonight. They're just going through everybody on the roster for the Vancouver Canucks, introducing them one by one. Elias Pettersson on the ice right now. Quinn Hughes, the next one down. Oh, sorry, there's number 41 on the Canucks nowadays. This guy looks like he's a little nervous to be out here. Yep, it is what it is. Vanthan, welcome in. Good morning to you as well. That's the best part, friends. We have friends from all over the world tuning in today, and of course in every live stream. So, you know, as Kevin said, he was tuning in from the other side of the world last year, now back in Canada for this year, and we should be ready to rock and roll for what will be an excellent game tonight between the Oilers and the Vancouver Canucks. Carp, the Leafs game was insane. You've got a Vancouver Canucks logo, but it's a good one, so I don't mind that one. What I'll tell you is that was really fun to watch. At least it kept you entertained. Right? Would have been either nice to see one of the teams pull away and just end it nice and early, or else give us exactly that, because now we got right to player introductions and we didn't really have to sit there and struggle through it. So that is where we're at. As yeah, we should be good to go. And yeah, hopefully the Oilers are ready to go tonight. That's the big thing. We are going to have an in-game promo here. It looks like we're going to have some NHL alumni and some Vancouver Canucks alumni come down the bench here, as we've got Trevor Linden, Marcus Naslund, Roberto Luongo, Henrik Sedin, Bo Horvat, captains of the Vancouver Canucks over the years. And we've got some captains of the Vancouver Canucks coming out to the ice right here, right now, as they're coordinating who's going to walk out there. There's Henrik Sedin wearing his number 33 captain's jersey for the Vancouver Canucks right now on the ice. And what do we got? Henrik Sedin is going to be the first introduced player or ex-player here for the Vancouver Canucks on tonight's pregame ceremony, as I think we're going to have a pregame puck drop here, ceremonial situation. Trevor Linden is going to come up, and man, Trevor Linden is looking old. Man, that hair-beard combination is definitely aging him a little bit there, not to poke fun at him, but that is not the Trevor Linden that I grew up on, I'll tell you that much. And I missed the next guy out of the box here. That is, oh, that's Schmiel. All right, of course it is. That's a good old name, I'll tell you that much. And we got one old captain here for the Vancouver Canucks. This man doesn't even have a name on his jersey. That's how old school this guy is at this point. So they've got guys in their old jerseys. And there we go. Quinn Hughes wearing the assistant's jersey. And I think this is what the captains are on the ice for, is to give him his new C, as it looks like we're going to have a jersey swap at center ice. And that's a pretty cool way to do it. To be honest, this is a pretty nifty way of doing it. And actually, this is really nifty. Is Quinn Hughes is going to take his jersey off right on center ice, hand it over. And there you go. Quinn Hughes now minted as the new Vancouver Canucks captain for the year 23-24. And wow, that's I don't think I've ever seen that, but that is something right there, as Quinn Hughes will take to the ice. In this game is the Vancouver Canucks next captain, Trevor Linden, in there. Obviously had him as a member of his team over the years. And there you go, Quinn Hughes, newest captain, member of the Vancouver Canucks. He will raise his stick to the crowd, and noticeably emotional after that. That was a great way to bring it home for the Vancouver Canucks tonight. The Oilers will take to the ice as Jack Campbell hops off the bench, and he's on the ice. And friends, yeah, guess what? You can smell it now. The Oilers are just about ready to rock and roll for this one this evening. Welcome aboard if you're just tuning in. We are just about ready for hockey time. As there come the Oilers, Vinny Desharnais, big Vinny Desharnais, ready to rock and roll over the boards. And we should be ready to get going here as McDavid's out there getting his legs pumped up. Obviously having to wait in the tunnel a little longer than normal. But yeah, we should be good to go here in a matter of moments. Yeah, we are almost ready here, friends. Quinn Hughes will start on the bench this evening, as he's going to get his skates attended to. And friends, we are just about ready to kick off the Edmonton Oilers 23-24 season. If I'm repeating myself, sorry, I'm just excited. If you haven't already had a chance, friends, to leave a like on the stream, make sure to do that. And as we gun up and go for another year of hockey, just before we kick things off, that concludes our pregame portion. If you are new to the channel, I want you to consider hitting that subscribe button. Come back, do these live streams, hang out in the videos once in a while. Let's get to this, friends. The season starts now, as we will have the anthems, and then we will get things underway in Vancouver between the Oilers and Canucks for the first time in the 23-24 season. The Oilers and Canucks ready to kick things off in another season. And here we go. We actually are going to have a ceremonial face-off with the Canucks captains. So the Canucks captains will drop the puck. Quinn Hughes will take it from Connor McDavid. And that is going to go back to Quinn Hughes, back to the captains of the Canucks past. And, well, we are ready to rock and roll here. Quinn Hughes, Connor McDavid shaking hands with the guys out here. And looks like the eldest Canuck captain having a few words for Connor McDavid, saying, hey, you just proud out there as a good Canadian boy, right? Here we go. We've got the anthem underway here at Rogers Arena, and we are ready to rock and roll for tonight's hockey game, friends. Quinn Hughes is indeed on the blue line. The Canucks have a couple of kids on the blue line this evening, and we are just about ready to kick off what's going to be a special season. I still can't get over how Corona cans their beer, the big, like, almost seltzer-like cans. That throws me. I've drank a lot of the zero proofs this year, and let me tell you, it's interesting how warm they get, how quick they get warm too. But that doesn't really matter. Again, friends, we are just about ready to kick off a season. So my nattering aside about nothing useful, here we go. There we have it. The two biggest Oilers super fans in attendance every game at home, on the road to kick things off. Good to see the power duo out there. And now, friends, are you ready to kick things off 4:23:24. I say we shall, and it's time. It is literally time. The anthems are done. I can hardly sit still. Sorry, that's just me. And we are going to get things underway here between the Oilers and Canucks in just a matter of moments. We've got a Canadian military man up there sounding the horn for the Canucks. Jack Campbell gets the start for the Edmonton Oilers. 36 games, 21 wins. He's starting one tonight, and we're looking for a win tonight as well. Jack in net, back, ready to go for the Oilers against Thatcher Demko, who is 14-4, 316 goals against average, and a .901 save percentage for his season last year with the Vancouver Canucks. Obviously injured a little bit, and we are set for face-off at center ice, friends. Can you smell it? To me, it smells like basement, but also kind of like a new hockey season, to be honest with you. Quinn Hughes ready to line up with the blue line. Both captains on the ice here to kick things off between the Vancouver Canucks and the Edmonton Oilers. Face-off at center ice features JT Miller and Connor McDavid. Miller and McDavid scrambling up this face-off. One back by Connor Brown, who gets tied up there immediately. The Oilers push it to the near side boards in their own zone. Brown will come up with his puck, move it back to Bouchard, who immediately misses a pass but gets it right on net to Demko. Faces off to the far side boards. Kane delivers a thunderous hit into the boards. Canucks come back the other way, tip it into the Oilers zone off the stick of Bouchard. Battling there is Brown and Bouchard trying to free this puck up along the near side boards in the Oilers' end. Besser rims it around back to the point. The shot comes down low off the end boards. Rebound in front. Scrambling there a little bit, but nowhere near towards the skates of Jack Campbell. And this one's going to be tipped up off the glove of Jack Hughes. He loses his stick, and we're going to have a stoppage in play. Not exactly sure why. Again, Dylan, Holloway, Ryan McLeod, Warren Fogle is your third line tonight. And sorry, that's Connor McDavid laying the boom on Hronek. I saw the massive boom along the boards, thought it was Kane. But how about that? Connor McDavid just leveling Hronek shoulder to shoulder into the side wall. And there's also Darnell Nurse throwing a little bit of a hit, but getting out of position because of it. So here we go. This one now back behind the net by the Vancouver Canucks. Kulak's going to force it there behind as CC retrieves and gets Draisaitl started. The Oilers 3 wide back the other way against a triangle defense for the Canucks. And this is going to tie up along the far side boards here in the Canucks' end. They are going to be able to retrieve it. Garland on the top line for the Canucks will chip it in with Kuzmenko chasing after it against Ceci and Campbell. Campbell gets it over to Ceci. Ceci turns it over for the time being. Oilers retrieve. Nice play there by Hyman to get it to Draisaitl, far side. And out comes Kulak on a partial break. Kulak shot fired. Save made by Thatcher Demko. Rebound comes in front. And a nice play there by Mr. Cody Ceci to try and get things started here for the Edmonton Oilers. This one back the other way now for the Edmonton Oilers across the blue line. Here's Mr. Ryan McLeod out there for the first time tonight. He's rimming to the near side boards. Back to the blue line. Broberg fires a shot off the blocker of Thatcher Demko, who makes another save. The Oilers continue to roll around here. This one goes back and behind, trying to keep it in front are the Oilers. Can't do it. Now the Canucks will be able to lift this one back into the Oilers' end. Steady Eddie back there. Vinny Desharnais, beautiful spin fire move to get it down into the Canucks zone. 17:54 to go here in this first period. Nice pass ahead there for the Canucks. Cut off by the Oilers. Coming back over the line. Matthias Janmark over and Nugent Hopkins, the third forward on this fourth line to begin things tonight, as Bouchard will lift this one into the zone off the paddle of Demko. Demko leaves it there for the defense, which we're able to activate and get it to the near side boards. Canucks kind of mob the boards and get it out cleared to Quinn Hughes, who walks across the blue line, tips it across and lost it off his stick. The Oilers recover, get it back to the blue line. Canucks forced to take it out of the zone. And this one will come back to the Canucks blue line. The shot fired towards the net. Doesn't end up hitting anything, so the Canucks control in behind Jack Campbell. They overpass the puck, and Mr. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins able to lift it back into Canucks territory. Now the Canucks, all of a sudden over the past minute, starting to push the Oilers a little bit more here. Oilers have had the first 2 shots of this game, just kind of having not so clean exits from behind their own net, not necessarily from their own zone. And that's a really bad giveaway there from Evander Kane in behind his own net. The shot fired from the point by the Canucks, missed wide of the net. And this one's going to roll back to the blue line, now to the near side boards off the face-off dot. Miller couldn't handle the pass. Comes up now to the near side dot again. Brown's trying to handle this one out free. Oilers just about mishandle that one. Brown again, another chance to get it out, and he's going to get Connor McDavid in flight. Down the right wing, tipping it off to Brown. Shot fired. Kane the rebound. Now a wraparound attempt from Brown never comes to fruition. Kane in behind the net. He's going to dance in front. Gets it right in front. Brown whiffing on the one-time opportunity from the slot. The Oilers with 4 shots here early on and looking good doing so with the offensive chances from the top line. And of course the second line led by Brett Kulak on that offensive chance a few moments ago. Canucks though in the Oilers zone. Jack Campbell makes his first save of the game, second save of the game. Rebound lands right in front. The Canucks couldn't club it towards the net that time. And this is going to be worked ahead now by Zach Hyman. Leon Draisaitl skating in there. We'll tip it back. And we've got a scrap at center ice. How about this? We've got Vinny Desharnais and Dakota Joshua out there. Desharnais throwing hands. He's still got his helmet on. Misses over top because he's such a big guy. And then just wrestles Joshua to the ice. Vinny Desharnais throwing hands, not even 5 minutes into the season. Oh, light me up, let's go. There we have it. That is a way to kick it off. Vinny Desharnais cut up a little bit on top of the eye. But there you have it. The Oilers even down a skater, not afraid to start throwing hands early in the year. And there you have it. That is the kind of intensity we're going to walk into this season with. So look at that. Great chance there for Brett Kulak on the rush. And Kulak, nice little shot there to try and fool Demko. Almost did it. But my goodness, we are absolutely starting off. And here's Desharnais and Joshua. John back the other way. Desharnais follows him up and says, let's go. And Joshua spins around with the glove shed. And he gets going there. Beautiful start to this season. And Vinny Desharnais, if he wants to do that a couple times a month, don't mind me at all. As Dakota Joshua looks like his bucket's broken. And, Connor Brown missed 78 games last season due to his ACL. He looks as good as ever so far. And, Robin, welcome in. Friends, to those of you in the chat, welcome in that are just joining us. The Oilers starting off hot here, 4-2. The shots on goal with just over 4:20 into this first period. As the Canucks win the faceoff in their own zone, the Oilers are going to bat this one back down. Quinn Hughes loses his stick. Leon Draisaitl right to the attack almost immediately. He's going to play it off to Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, and they are just working around that little bottom corner of the zone. That one, though, a backhand pass there by Draisaitl never ended up to fruition. And Gillis TV, as he said, that's why we didn't trade Vinny Desharnais. No, man is useful. How about this? Zach Hyman coming down the right wing. He's going to get down low. Leon Draisaitl, nice little spin move. Just kind of whacks it over to the far side boards. This is going to be a nice opportunity here for Nugent-Hopkins to move this puck. Tyler Myers gets it though. He will fire it up and out. And it looks like we are going to have a penalty to Tyler Myers. So we are going to have a power play for the Oilers. And all of a sudden a little emotion there from the Oilers. And the hot start. I mean, not necessarily a goal scoring start, but the Oilers coming out way better of a start than I think any of us would have envisioned from them, knowing what they're capable of normally. We are starting off hella good to start things off. And we are ready to rock and roll here. Puck over the glass for Tyler Myers, and delay a game penalty for the Canucks, which means we will start a 2-minute power play right here, 14:58 to go in this first period, and the Oilers' best power play gets things started here to kick things off. 4-2, the shots on goal for the Oilers early on. And we'll see what they can do here, as this is going to be a face-off win for the Oilers. Nice, desperate tip play there for the Canucks. Is not going to work out. Connor McDavid controls off the face-off. Good work by Nuge. And obviously, too, Evan Bouchard to keep that puck alive. McDavid Hyman in behind the net trying to keep this puck alive one more time. McDavid might have just gotten away with a slash on the hands. Keeps the power play going though. Draisaitl back to the point to Bouchard. He'll walk it across to Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. Nugent-Hopkins back to Bouchard. Now over to McDavid. McDavid goes down low to the dot to Draisaitl. Draisaitl not shooting this puck yet. He looks far side to McDavid, who's going to fire into the corner. He's going to work this one back to Hyman, but it never got there. Cleared out by the Vancouver Canucks, who get it down to Jack Campbell. And yeah, this is it's going to be the thing to see is how long this power play unit goes out there. And the Canucks absolutely just read Evan Bouchard play for play right there as he walked that puck up the ice. Now Leon Draisaitl's going to drift this one ahead. Nice curl there back to from Draisaitl back to McDavid. McDavid across the blue line to the far side. Nugent Hopkins goes down to McDavid, who just got lost. Shot comes in, misses the far pad wide. Had a little bit of daylight there, couldn't do it. Nice tip-tap play there from Bouchard and Draisaitl back over to McDavid. Now back to Nugent Hopkins trying to feed in front to Draisaitl, couldn't do it. McDavid back to the point now to Bouchard. Bouchard walks it back over to McDavid. Toe drag move across. Can't get it done. 28 seconds to go in the power play. Bouchard, far side, shot fired in up over top of the net. And here's now Draisaitl recollecting for Bouchard, who goes back to McDavid, near side. McDavid, lazy pass, and that will be cleared out by the Canucks. And the Oilers power play, too much method, not enough methodical on that one. And 13:04 to go here in this first period as the Oilers will lead ahead. Ryan McLeod across the blue line with no power play time remaining. He gets it back to the blue line here. D to D over to Cody Ceci. The blast from the point, shot wide of the net. The Oilers started hot with 4 shots within the first 4 minutes and have now gone just about 3 minutes without a shot on goal. But this one now back the other way into the Oilers zone. Foegele doing his best to evade the man and make him work harder to get to the puck. It works so far. Here comes Foegele down the ice. Foegele on the chance. Shot fired up off the stick over top of the net. 12:26 to go here in this first period. Let me tell you how much excitement is there to this when it considers the Oilers have started a game on time for once here. The shot from Foegele comes in. Save made by Demko. McLeod almost cashes the rebound, just couldn't quite do it. And then the Oilers bury the man on the hit. Oilers grinding out hard here. Holloway's grinding up against Lafferty, who, Lafferty doesn't mind mixing it up a little bit either. So interesting to see Dylan Holloway didn't quite engage him. Nice shot on net by the Canucks, and that will end up in the back of the net. Bad hop there on the Oilers defense, and it ends up going in. And the Vancouver Canucks have scored to open things up here. And I wouldn't really even blame Jack Campbell on that one. I don't know how bad of a bounce that was. I need to see the reverse angle, which is what we're going to get first. So this one comes back, the shot fired towards. And yeah, that's just it's a tough one for Jack Campbell. He's going one way, and suddenly Connor Garland's able to go the other way. Yeah, there's just... Jack Campbell set himself up a little too soon. He set himself on the pass, not the bounce. And yeah, that ends up in the back of the net right there for the Vancouver Canucks. So, well, that's all right. You know what? The Oilers came out hot. The power play kind of killed momentum, to be honest with you. And now they find themselves down 1-0, still leading 5-3 in the shots department. So don't mind me. Now a shot here for the Canucks off the side of the net. Pettersson and Juleson get the assists on the marker, and hopefully the Oilers can see what they can do here, as that's a nice stop there by the defense. And Derek Ryan will lift this one out into the center of the ice. The Oilers going to tie up the man here. Derek Ryan tries to battle that one forward, can't do it. Evander Kane, now the third forward on the fourth line here on this one. And I would expect Evander Kane gets a little bit more elevated ice time here in this one. This one goes back out into the Canucks zone. 11-12 to go here in this first period. They're going to reverse the angle on us. That was kind of a hard cut. And now the Canucks offside here. JT Miller walks onside, actually still offside. Cuts it, and the Canucks don't even know what to do here, as JT Miller and the Oilers are just pressuring themselves into going nowhere, because the Oilers don't want to give an inch because the Canucks are offside, and the Canucks don't want to give an inch because they can bait the Oilers into making a mistake and giving up a face-off they might not want to. The Canucks, though, back in recovery mode, getting into the Oilers' end. This one comes towards the net. Nice seal off of the man there by Darnell Nurse, and here we go. This one will go back in behind the net. Bouchard with 10:30 to go here. 5-3 the shots. The Canucks trailing in that department, yet have the goal. That gives them the lead so far in this one. 10:20 to go in this first period. Connor Garland on a bad play there by the Canucks. Shot fired. Nice tip play by Kuzmenko, but Jack Campbell rebounds almost immediately and stands tall. and is able to keep it going. So Connor Garland gets the first goal of the game. But again, for the Oilers, you know what? You started good. Now here's the thing. If the Oilers start every first period good, and then the back half or the back last 15 minutes aren't good, that's going to be a bigger problem than I think starting the first 5 minutes down 2-0, given the way this hockey team plays. So again, I'm going to be sitting here. That power play was flat, to be quite honest with you. And that's the tough part right now for the Oilers. The flat power play kind of killed things for them. And yeah, they come out, give up a goal. They've had some bad turnovers here to start. And now we'll see what they can do here to come out of commercial break. Again, friends, I will send you to commercial break right now. And I will appeal to you, if you are new to the channel and you didn't just get an ad, what I'll say is, if you are new, consider hitting that subscribe button here on Dolynny TV. I'd like to have you aboard for more live streams. Obviously, more winning live streams. That'd be the big key, wouldn't it? The Oilers down 1-0 right now, but nothing too much to fret as of yet, as the Oilers just need to go out there and tidy up things, right? They had a good start, and now all of a sudden a couple of bad plays in a row, and yeah, you're right back to feeling a little pins and needles nervousness, not excitement. But yeah, hopefully good to go. And move that. And we should be good to go here in a matter of moments. And what do we got? Jim Robson broadcast booth is where we find things. And Jack, Colorado Rockies jersey. Yeah, I'm still rocking that guy up there. I need to replace that with the new Heritage Classic jersey that I've got. So hopefully I'll get things going here in a matter of moments. As Brett Kulak will fire this one up the boards down into the Canucks territory. It tips off of Thatcher Demko's stick, and he will play it up along the boards right to Leon Draisaitl and Cody Ceci. Cody Ceci able to pivot around on the blue line. Draisaitl will fire it in, run it around the boards. And looks like we have a penalty here. And what do we got going on here? 9:55 to go in this first period of play. That was a good hit there by Pedersen on Cody Ceci. He comes right through the chest of Ceci. It was a good one right there. 9:55 to go in this first period. And yeah, the Heritage Classic jersey is an absolutely beautiful thing. So we'll see what happens. All right, let's go here. Oilers win the face-off, fire it into the Canucks zone. So they ruled it offside is what the whistle was. Now this one's going to come into the near side boards. Oilers get it back to the point. Cody Ceci hammers it down low. Never got there. Blocked by the Canucks. Back the other way. One-on-one Ceci against the attacker for the Canucks. Nice pivot move there to get around Ceci. Now Janmark on his man in behind. This is going to go back low, and it looks like maybe the Canucks have drawn a power play here. Sounded the crowd cheering, but the Oilers touched the puck. No whistle, so we will come back the other way. Derek Ryan across the blue line over to Leon Draisaitl. Draisaitl far side. This is going to be tipped up there by Holloway. Holloway shoots off the pads of Mr. Thatcher Demko, who makes the save. And this one is going to be fired down low as Jack Campbell will stop that one. He will fire it to the far side boards. Back in the corner and back up to the point now. Evan Bouchard had it go by him. He'll cut it off on the shot towards the net. High stick there from the Canucks, and they will take that whistle all day to stop the action for the Edmonton Oilers, which could have been potentially dangerous transitioning up ice. All right, friends, what do we got going here? We got Baby Mando going for the Oilers. We got a bunch of folks tuning in here. PA, you're saying there's a lot of holding and interference not being called. Must have been changing the way the game is called for the new season. Well, again, precedents are always different every year over year to start the season. You just hopefully don't see ticky-tacky things called every 5 seconds. That's the big thing. The Oilers have had a puck over glass power play, and that's the only penalty in this game. And obviously puck over glass, you have to call it. So right now I am quite okay with how everything is working out in terms of penalty kills right now. and see what happens. As Eric, welcome in as well. And we are good to go. And who's winning this game? I'm hoping the Oilers win this game, friends. That's really all there is to it. I'm hoping the Oilers can come away with this. But again, down 1-0, a little bit of work to do. So let's get it done. That's the big part right now. And yeah, see what happens. And the report from inside the Saddle Dome tonight. There are Oilers jerseys in the Saddle Dome this evening. All right. We are good to rock and roll here in a matter of moments if they'd get off commercial break. FTB, Connor is looking kind of slow so far. Again, I wouldn't worry too much. You just wait. Connor's going to bust out those wheels here in a matter of moments. It won't take very long for him to get that done here in the first period. When it's time to turn it up, it will be time to turn it up. And we'll see what ends up happening here. Quinn Hughes, youngest captains, 23-24 season. Quinn Hughes, 23 years old, 362 days. Brady Tkachuk, 24 years old, 24 days. The Canucks win the face-off, just about mangle it in their own zone. Instead, the Oilers are going to see it come back to their own blue line. Bouchard's going to come chasing it down into his own near side corner. And here's the little three-legged guy, of course, wanting to come up and cuddle. And bad turnover there or something from the Edmonton Oilers. Didn't fully catch it. I was picking up the cat. I did not expect a puck in the corner to turn into a top shelf shot from Brock Besser. But like I said, he's looking to start his season. And look at that. Brock Besser right away roofs it for a 2-0 lead for the Vancouver Canucks. And I need to see what was happening here. Was this Bouchard or was this somebody else? This Bouchard loses the battle along the boards. JT Miller, that is just, maybe Connor McDavid needs to seal off the middle of the ice, not necessarily, yeah, no, you know what? That's Connor McDavid kind of leaving, but Darnell Nurse didn't get over there fast enough. That is just, that is bad coverage all the way around from the Edmonton Oilers. Again, a reminder though, last year we went down 3-0 in the season opener and roared back to win 5-3. So plenty of time here. Vinny Desharnais back on the ice for the Edmonton Oilers. Warren Fogle will battle this one down low to Dylan Holloway. Holloway is going to get this one back in action for the Oilers, although he turns it over almost as soon as I say that. And this one's going to go back into the middle of the ice. Picked up and fired ahead, but it will be a glove hand pass by the Oilers, and we will have a face-off in their own zone. So is what it is. But yeah, for the Oilers right now, obviously down 2-0, not the ideal place to be. But like I said last year, it was not looking good after the first period at Rogers Place, and we turned it around and got the job done. Robert, welcome in as well. And yeah, this is the other side too, Alan. Lots of high-scoring games coming this year. You just watched the Leafs win 6-5 in a shootout after Montreal had them down 3-0. Goal was called off, so it was only 2-0. And then obviously they went back and forth until the final shooter of the shootout there for the Leafs. So this one's going to come into the Oilers zone. Bad giveaway there from Draisaitl again. Got his pocket picked badly there. And this is going to come into the neutral zone. 7:48 to go in this first period of play. The Oilers still hold the shot edge. Demko not necessarily fantastic, but the Oilers again not necessarily putting good pucks on net yet either. Cody Ceci getting into action here. He's going to play this one ahead on the rush. Fire it in to the far side corner where it's going to be attacked there by Draisaitl. Draisaitl sealed off the puck. Nice follow-up from Zach Hyman, who we're looking for big things from this year. Draisaitl will play this one right back to Nugent Hopkins. Nuge spins. He'll spin again back to Draisaitl and then back again to Draisaitl on the third attempt. Draisaitl along the far side boards. He's going to try and get this one going. Two Canucks tied up there with Nugent Hopkins and Draisaitl as Nuge again battles that puck free for Nuge, but couldn't do it. And now this one's going to come back back into the Oilers zone. Bouchard over to Nurse. Nurse is going to load this one up here as he'll come to the near side to Bouchard. A nice pass ahead. Tipped there by Connor Brown looking for a far side shot. Couldn't get going. And now Connor McDavid wheeling around the zone, getting it back to the point. The shot comes in from Nurse. Blocked in front, and this one's going to be worked into the middle of the ice again. Evan Bouchard can't get this one free. Canucks lift in on the backhand into the far side corner. Nurse wins the battle of the puck. This one back again into the Oilers zone as the Canucks will rattle it around the zone and try to get this going. The Oilers and Canucks rolling around here in the middle of the ice, offside for the Canucks at the Oilers blue line. So, yeah, that's where it is right now for the Edmonton Oilers. Wild Maple Leafs will be your Saturday 5 p.m. game on Hockey Night in Canada. Interesting. And Sophie, why can't you see the game? Unfortunately, I can't show the game, friends, due to copyright restrictions. So doing my play-by-play and description of the game is about the best I can do. We have a face-off at center ice, and the Oilers will go to D on the face-off win. The Oilers' save percentage last year was .900, which was actually middle of the pack, 15th overall in the NHL, which realistically ain't that bad for as bad as Jack Campbell was last year and as shaky as Stuart Skinner was at times as well. The Oilers here on the attack now, trying to get it back to the blue line. Desharnais will fire it down low, and this one rolls around to the far side of the zone. Holloway seals it off. He's getting a little bit of playing time here in this one. Desharnais gets to the action in behind the net. 5:38 to go here in the first period. This one to the far side. Nothing happening here, and now comes Cody Ceci. Ceci across the blue line. He will go down into the far side corner. This one to McLeod near side now. Pass in front. Tips around a couple of times, and Zach Hyman will roll it around. Warren Fogle and Ryan McLeod are on the ice with Zach Hyman for some reason. Hyman throws a big hit. This one comes in here as another shot there to the player Lafferty on the near side boards for the Oilers. Ceci seals off the blue line, keeps it in for a brief second, and this will go back the other way into the Edmonton Oilers zone. This is going to be Lafferty moving in, and Brett Kulak's going to get called for a hold or a hook right there as he hauls down Lafferty in front. So the guy we missed out on, had we traded Vinny Desharnais, we could have had Sam Lafferty, but again, you weren't going to do that. Tyler Myers fires a shot on net, blocked in front there by one of the Canucks players, and we will have a stoppage in play with 4:42, and Jay Woodcroft looking concerned here on the bench. As Lafferty's strong drive to the net, and this has not been a good last 10 minutes from the Edmonton Oilers, I will tell you that right now. It's been a rough start, and David, you're saying that the Flames are already up 1-0, so big start there for Calgary tonight, and it looks like that would be the report from inside the rink as well. All right, let me see how the old fantasy hockey team is doing, friends. How about this? 4 goals, 2 assists, 6 points, -2, 2 power play points, 30 shots on goal, and 1 win for Freddie Anderson. Good go, Freddie Anderson got the win tonight. And how about this? Ryan Matheson, Seth Jones finishes with a minus. Taylor Radish did nothing. Austin Matthews, 3 goals, 3 points, +2, 1 power play point, 8 goal shots on goal. What a night from him right there. So, yeah, that's where we're at, friends. We're just hoping the Oilers turn this around, similar to what they did in the home opener last season against the Canucks, the season opener, I guess you could say, as well. Yeah, no, the Oilers just, they came to play in the first 5 minutes of the game, and then they just gas off the pedal, and not so good here so far. Again, friends, though, what I will remind you, if you are new to the channel, hanging out with me tonight, and you're enjoying things here, and you want to come back for more, love to have you aboard for more. So if you'd be kind to consider hitting that subscribe button here on Dolynny TV, that would be greatly appreciated. Jeff Jackson presiding over Ken Holland as things currently start up. The Oilers have the 4th best odds to win the Stanley Cup this year. It's Carolina, New Jersey, Toronto, Edmonton, Colorado as your top 5. And Jack, I am completely fine if Calgary makes the playoffs this year. Tegan, you've got a bet with a coworker on the Oilers. Well, I am cheering right there with you for the Oilers. And just because you put that bet into the chat, I'm going to tell you the Oilers cash this game tonight. I've got a feeling. We had some weird luck last year. Kulak goes off for hooking, but the Oilers to the penalty kill immediately. Connor Brown also a penalty killer, so this is going to be a nice add for the Oilers' top guys. And Connor Brown, obviously a guy who won't get much power play time in Edmonton unless Zach Hyman spells off due to injury or something. But the Oilers caught napping at their own blue line here. Vinny Desharnais gets turned out, but the Canucks instead elect to set up the attack. And this one's now going to battle back to the blue line here for the Canucks. Quinn Hughes down to Elias Pettersson, far side, near side to JT Miller. And nice pass there from Quinn Hughes as the Canucks power play is rolling around the zone. And this one comes back to the near side as Miller will deflect in front off the stick of Kuzmenko. The Oilers can't clear the puck. And this one now back to the near side boards. Now on the shot fired from Miller. High point can't do it. Brown's going to battle his man there to try to free up this puck. And the Oilers are just not winning a battle for any puck in their own zone here on this penalty kill. I would not be surprised to see them down 3-0 here before the end of this penalty. The shot from the point, Quinn Hughes fires it. Canucks gather up. Nice save from Jack Campbell to end it off the stick of Brock Besser. That is a huge stop right there if I've seen one in this game for Jack Campbell, who swallows it up in the crest to stop that one. So that is good to go right there. So, friends, I'm going to echo Peter's sentiments in the chat here right now, saying the playoffs are better with Calgary and Edmonton. Yes, they are. Game 5, oh, what a time to be alive in 22. All right, here we go. Let's do this. Face-off, Draisaitl with 41 seconds to go. The Canucks now lead in shots. Again, it hasn't been an overly active period for shots for the Oilers and Canucks. 8-6 with 3:23 to go. Both teams have had a power play, and this one's going to be a face-off win for the Oilers. Fire it right down the length of the ice, down to Thatcher Demko at the side of the net. Let's go. Why not? 3:14 to go in the first period and 30 seconds to go in the power play for the Canucks as they will tic-tac through the neutral zone. Leading ahead now, Connor Garland's going to wrap it around the boards. This one's going to go back to the point here. This one down low along the wall. This one continues there. And now Evander Kane with a chance to clear. He does. 10 seconds remain in the power play. And hopefully, thankfully, I was mistaken on my call of saying this was going to be 3-0 for the Canucks before the end of the power play. This one comes down in beyond the net. Power play has expired. Nice battle there from Nurse to push his man off the puck. Another guy gets it, though. And now this is going to be a shot from the side of the net. Blocked in front there by McDavid. 2:30 to go here in this first period of play. Connor Garland battling in behind the net is able to keep it there as it comes back to the point. Shot fired down low by the Canucks. Doesn't hit the net. Broberg on the ice. Canucks player blocks it in front again. He's hurting. Kind of took it in a weird spot along the inside of the knee. And this one's going to come back into the middle of the ice. How about a turnover to Evander Kane at the Canucks blue line? Kane trying to drive. He's gassed from being out there on the penalty kill, so he's going to head off to the bench. And this one comes back to the blue line as Bouchard will play this puck to the near side. Ceci comes across the line, goes down in behind the net. Now a chance here for Hyman. Or is that Brown? That is Hyman, I do believe. And this one's going to be flipped back into the Oilers zone just at the blue line. Bouchard leaves it there, and now McDavid and Bouchard are going to set up the attack in the Oilers' own end. Here's Draisaitl across the Canucks blue line. He's going to deke to the inside of the boards. And this one now for JT Miller off the bounce there for the Canucks. Across the line, shot fired, rebound. Jack Campbell makes both saves. That one goes up over top. Now the Canucks back to the middle of the ice. Nice active sticks in the lane. Shot drifted towards. Save made by Jack Campbell. And the Oilers hanging on for dear life here as this first period draws to a conclusion. My goodness, this is not good at all. All right, here we go. Let's go here, friends. What I'm seeing, Simon marks out of 10 so far. Well, it's been about a 2 out of 10, quite honestly, right? You get 20% effort through the first quarter of the first period, and then everything has gone downhill from here. Not good. Hey, now welcome in. Yeah, we're still in the first period. 1:21 to go here as we're just about to fire up into the intermission. This one's going to go now for Derek Ryan, a face-off against Elias Pettersson. Ryan's going to lose that one back. The Canucks get possession. Hirosu gets it back to the point. Ooh, dangerous pass in front, sealed off there by the Oilers. And thankfully that one goes wide of the net. This one's going to go in behind to Vinny Desharnais, who's going to battle it up along the boards. Ryan McLeod plays it there off the end boards to Philip Broberg. And this one is going to go up ahead for Ryan McLeod. He's going to bang it off the boards and into the Oilers' offensive zone here. This one, now the Canucks fire it off the referee. It's going to be a fortunate bounce for the Oilers. Tanked there is Dylan Holloway into the ice. And the Canucks niftily, quite tidily in fact, able to exit the zone as Desharnais will play this one back to Ryan McLeod. McLeod will fire down along the boards. This one now picked up by the Canucks. 30 seconds to go here as they will exit their zone. The Oilers thought about picking that one up and going in. The men could not clear fast enough. The shot fired off the end boards. 22 seconds remain here in this first period of play. And Connor McDavid, not much of a factor here in this first period at all, is on the ice right now to conclude this first period of play in the 23-24 season. How about this? The boys are going up the ice in a hurry. Draisaitl across to McDavid. Couldn't get it. He's drawing a call, though. 3 seconds to go, and the Oilers will get a chance to use a face-off right here. As the Canucks 11-6 in the shot department now, and Connor McDavid going up the ice, drew a call, a slash on the hands there from the Canucks. So Connor McDavid will go for skate here with 3.4 seconds to go with an interference call against JT Miller. And we'll see what ends up coming to this. The Oilers will try and set up the face-off. The Canucks giving out directions on how to line up for this one. And Draisaitl will win this one back. Nice diving effort there from Pedersen to kill the clock. He'll get a tap on the arm from Dakota Joshua, and we will finish the first period, my friends, down 2-0 after one. And Tim, I would agree with you. Edmonton outworked in the first period. It is more than prevalent when you watch that penalty kill from the Oilers and every loose puck on the penalty kill. The Canucks just got the battle won and just kept it going. So that is where we are at. Matthias, thank you for tuning in and thank you for the kind words. Really appreciate that, friends, for you hanging out with me. I wasn't sure what to expect in game one on a nationally televised game, but we're peaking 120 all the way through that first period, so not a bad start to it. Again, friends, if you are new to the channel, I would encourage you to hit that subscribe button. I'm quickly going to go grab a bathroom break, a refill of water and stuff like that. I'll be right back, and we'll talk to you right away. All right, just quickly, dummy to cookie, not an Oreo. Got those Bakery fresh cookies. My goodness, I'm doing good to start the hockey season. We peaked. We have peaked. That is fine. We will be fine. Friends, as we get going here in the intermission, we will recap the chat here, what I missed before the end of the period, as I think it was David with a really good point here. Momentum can shift in a game. The Habs, after 20 minutes, were up 2-0. After the second, though, it was 3-3, and then the game was ultimately decided in a shootout. That is the big part here for the Oilers. Plenty of runway left. Like I said, it was 3-0 after the first in last year's game, and the Oilers were able to kick off and win it down the stretch. So hopefully for the Oilers, they can get the job done here in this one and rock and roll with a victory to start the season. Again, that's the other hard part. Even if you lose game one, doesn't mean you can't win the Stanley Cup. But you just don't want to lose game one. That's all it comes down to. You just want to win to start the season. But maybe losing to start the season, maybe going like 3-2 to start the season wouldn't necessarily be a bad thing for the Oilers, because these hot starts we've had over the past few years have really been undone in November, December. Maybe we don't have it undone if we start 3-2 to start the year. I don't know, maybe. That'd be me. All right. Hopefully this is a bit of a kick in the pants and the Oilers play harder in the next two periods. Well, they played hard in the first 5 minutes of this first period. That's what's so frustrating for me, is they started off hot in the first 5 minutes. Yes, they gave the Canucks a couple chances, but yeah, the Canucks are trying to start hot too, but they did not succeed at keeping that going throughout the rest of the first period. And that is what I am most upset with throughout this intermission, is just the Oilers let their foot off the gas after coming out hot and just could not achieve. And looks like I gotta let the dog out, because he is losing his mind out there. So give me a second. I will be right back. Again, welcome to it. New year brings new problems, and I'll be right back. Okay, and friends, as well, you'll see this new graphic that I built over the course of the summer. I do encourage you to hit that bell to get notified of videos and live streams throughout the year. It will be a good little addition to have for your YouTube viewing experience if you're capable of doing that for me. Again, not all of you can do it. Obviously, you might be watching on a TV, so it might be a little harder to do. And secondarily, too, you might have a little situation right now where, right, it's tough. You don't have a YouTube account, so kind of tough to be able to do that as well. But we'll figure it out, friends. It's all good. And we should be ready to rock and roll here for the second period of play rather soon. The Oilers will start on the power play, which could ultimately, once again, shift momentum. So, all right. See what happens here. Yeah, we got a long ways to go in this one. That's the only problem, is as much as the Oilers need to get the job done here tonight, you've already started down 2-0 to start the season, so that's a bit of an issue in my mind, but again, not too much of a problem as long as the Oilers manage it here in the second period and take care of business. Friends, watch time update, and then we will get to the intermission update from Sportsnet. Let's do that. 100%. That's the key here. You think I know what I'm doing. I had a couple preseason games to do this, but preseason games nowadays are a little bit janky, that's for sure. Let's see here. 3.5 divided by 60. We're already up over 124 hours watched on the stream, so should be able to do this. Cool. Good to go. Making plans for the home opener already. Good to see. And yeah, we should be ready to rock and roll here for things. What did I promise you? Our 125 hours on the stream. That's what I told you. So let's get to this. The intermission recap. It was Connor Garland from Elias Pettersson and Noah Juleson, followed by the turnover by Evan Bouchard on the forecheck by the Canucks that led to JT Miller passing it middle of the ice to Brock Besser, who put it home. The Canucks own a 10-6 shot department lead, 7-4 the hits for the Oilers, 8-7 the faceoffs for the Canucks. Oilers so far 0 for 2 on the power play, although could still cash and end up 1 for 2. The Canucks with ultimately one more penalty so far, nothing major. The Oilers with 5 giveaways, the Canucks with 4, so it's not like it's been that bad so far. The only big problem is the Canucks have had 3 giveaways, and obviously the Oilers are not giveaways, sorry, takeaways. The Oilers have been unable to do that to the Canucks as of yet. Block shots 4-3 in favor of the Oilers. So the Canucks, yeah, they've got a little bit of pressure in the zone as well. So see what happens right here. And as we get going, friends, we'll see what we can do. As I'm just trying to read the chat, this is a little bit more than I'm used to for a regular season game. Chat usually doesn't move this fast in a regular season game, to be honest with you. Hey now, have I tried resistant brands? I'm not a big resistance bands fan. I like my weights. I like feeling that a little bit, but I do need to get a little resistance band going as well. I've got not a resistance band, but one of those just ones that are meant for just more or less keeping the mobility in your shoulder and stuff during sports, like a warm-up band more or less. I know it's a type of resistance band, but the resistance on it is low. Like I can rip that thing just like that, but unfortunately I don't even know where that is at this point. We'll see what happens, but we'll see what happens here. Giovanni, yeah, my friend Gio. The Oilers are yet to wake up tonight. They looked good in that first 5 minutes, but it fell apart quick. That's the problem. It fell apart rather quick in that later half of the first period. Okay. Start the second with a power play, so that's the thing too. We got to capitalize on that power play, go out there and get that job done. See what happens is the big thing, because the Oilers' first power play did not look good at all. It was a lot of method and no results, I guess. Like, they were doing the things that they normally do, but it looked lackadaisical at best, is the best way to put it. Yeah, Jaina, unfortunately I can't show the game, friends. If you are looking for the game, I don't have a stream link for you. Again, my best bet for you, if you're in Canada, spend the $21 a month to buy Sportsnet Plus. You get all the nationally televised games. You get the Oilers regional games. And the nice part, too, is you end up being able to watch the Blue Jays in the summer and in the playoffs. And you get playoff baseball. So there's a couple of things that we can absolutely enjoy with Sportsnet now for $21 an hour, especially if you don't pay for cable. I don't pay for cable. Sportsnet now is really the only subscription I have outside of Oilers Plus. But again, I just prepaid that for a year and called it good. And we'll see if there's anything that I need to get going. Yeah, that's where we're at. And, oh my goodness, here we go. Everybody worried about their bets early. I would not worry about your bets too soon yet, friends. We are going to be just fine, friends. We're going to be okay. Mostly because, again, the Oilers, like I said last year, were in a much worse situation after the first period, down 3 instead of 2. And I don't think they were starting the second period on a power play. So hopefully the Oilers go out there and kick some butt and get this going. But we'll see what ends up coming of it here in this second period. Again, friends, just to recap, it was Garland and Besser scoring the goals for the Vancouver Canucks to kick things off here in this first period of play between the Oilers and Canucks. So we'll see what ends up coming of it. Has Alan? Yes, they still do the 3 stars at the end of the game. That is something that I usually try to stay around for on the stream. Don't know if that's going to be the case tonight, but we'll see what ends up coming from it this evening. And Peter, yes, all 2 of the Blue Jays games. Yeah, that was kind of embarrassing, wasn't it? That was tough. Well, we'll see what the Oilers can do here in what should be a pretty solid second period if they cash in a power play right out of the gate. They've got Kelsey Snow on the television right now. Obviously, the untimely passing of Chris Snow at the start of the hockey season. Very rough go, but the Calgary Flames doing a very good job supporting the Snow family throughout everything. And again tonight, kicking off the season, honoring Chris Snow. Kids looking a little rattled as well as Kelsey there, but they've been soldiers through this one, and wishing them nothing but the best, that's for sure. As it was a really, really tough preseason in Calgary, and knowing quite a few Calgary Flames fans who were rooting so hard alongside the Snow family, it is kind of tough to see that all end the way it did. But obviously, even in death, Mr. Chris Snow did some very good things, passing on the gift of life to some other folks around here, so not a bad time. Yeah, friends, we are cruising along here in the intermission. We are just waiting for this hockey game to resume here, and hopefully the Oilers get back to action rather soon. And should be ready to rock and roll. And it's fun to see in behind the interview between Ryan Leslie and Kelsey Snow right now. They've got the 1989 Stanley Cup champions on the wall. You look at Lanny McDonald, Jim Peplinski, Tim Hunter, names that just live in infamy in Edmonton Oilers land, that's for sure. So definitely good to see here. And Roger, who won the Montreal-Toronto game? It was Montreal with a 2-0 lead after 1 period of play. We've heard that before. And Toronto ultimately won 6-5 in a shootout. So keep that in mind. Toronto doing that for us. Maybe potentially us doing that to Vancouver wouldn't be a bad time. And let's go here. 3.4 times that gives us a grand total of 137 hours. So we should be able to get to the 150-hour mark before the start of the second period. Friends, I just got to let the dog back in. I'll be right back. Thanks for being aboard. Stay tuned. And look at this. We'll throw this back up, shall we? Let's do it. Alright, friends, let's get back to action. My apologies. That's a lot of stops during the intermission, but again, that's just kind of the way it is, the nature of the business this year as compared to years previous, and hopefully it doesn't create too much distraction throughout the year, and especially come playoff time, that's for sure. So let me just go here and get to the chat. I actually got a text message coming in here asking about that Sportsnet Plus package. So let's go see here. And little bitsy boo. It's a little bitsy boo. And the Oilers games on ESPN Plus. That is a good question. I honestly could not tell you if the Oilers games are available on ESPN Plus. Am I able to watch the Avalanche game right now? Let's see here. Let's hit exit on that. Let's go here as we'll go over here and go to the home schedule. And am I able to watch the Avalanche game right now? As that's all live stuff. And replays. No, I am not. I need an upgrade. No, I need to upgrade. Okay, no, that's good. That's a good answer right there. Oilers versus Canucks. Back to it. And we should be ready to rock and roll here, friends. My apologies. Um, Hey boo. Hey boo. We're good to go. All right, friends, we are ready to rock and roll here. First period, lure the Canucks into a false sense of security. Second period, come back and conquer. Patrick, you and I know that playbook from last year, so let's hope the Oilers can do it. And again, the cat's obsessed with the hair because of the mint shampoo that I've been using. No. Don't be obsessed with the side of my face, please. No, please, no. Are we ready to rock and roll here for this period? It looks like we just about are. And the Canucks will start in the penalty box to kick this one off. So, friends, let's get this going here. Here we go. I don't even have time to reply to the text. We got a $1.56 to go here in this one. Let's do this. Rise and welcome in. As we are going to go here, McDavid versus Pettersson at center ice to kick off the second period of play. As this one's going to go back and forth and off the face-off back to Mr. Evan Bouchard, who will set up the power play here for the Oilers attack. We'll go to the far side wing. Diving effort there from Pettersson, who's been lethal on the penalty kill tonight. Here's McDavid, the shot fired, rebound in front. Hyman can't jam it home. He's sent into the end boards crashing. Nice block at the blue line to keep it in. Bouchard, the bomb, the shot, the save made by Demko. Bounce on Bouchard. Oh my goodness, here we go. How about this Oilers power play? Right out of the gate. This one comes down low to the near side. This is going to go to McDavid. McDavid sees it tapped off the end boards. Rebound in front. McDavid wheels around the near side boards to pick this one up. He'll now wheel back to the face-off dot. Down low to Nugent Hopkins. McDavid to the front of the net. McDavid side of the net off the post. And the Oilers continue to roll around here. This one to Mr. Evan Bouchard. Now Nugent Hopkins, the shot fired off the back of the net. And this one comes back to Bouchard. And that one will come out of the zone. So there we have it. And oh my goodness, raising Randall rate. All right, we'll take it. We'll take it. Thank you, everybody, for coming on by. Give me just a second here. The Oilers on the power play. But if you know anything about Southern Alberta right now, we're a little overtaken by the Box Elders, and the Box Elders are invading the basement as well. Here's Nugent Hopkins, side of the net. He's going to come in behind, right in front, shot fired. McDavid blocked in front, back to the blue line. The Oilers are absolutely rolling around here to start things off. Shot comes down. Nice save made there by Demko. Hyman takes his man down in front. This one now a chance for Draisaitl to the far side. Back down low, the Oilers try to play this one in the middle, and the Canucks will finally clear the zone all the way down to Jack Campbell almost 2 minutes into this hockey game. What a start right here. So there you have it. The Oilers getting it going nice and early. This one's going to come down low. Shot fired around the boards. Now back to the blue line. Nurse fires this one far side corner. The Oilers getting back to the attack here. Ryan McLeod goes up, and the Canucks will start out the attack as they will get across the Oilers line. Shot fired off the skates of JT Miller. Now this one comes back to the blue line. The Canucks will control and bat it back down behind the Oilers net. That overhops the stick of Anthony Beauvillier, and that will be lifted out there by the Oilers back into the neutral zone, and that will be offside. Evander Kane tripped up on the Blue Jay. I saw Jay right in there. Blue line. My apologies. There we go. That power play got to work, that's for sure. It was a good effort there from the Edmonton Oilers power play, and they definitely started attacking hot. And a big time effort there as the Oilers got on the start. And McDavid literally off the post, off of the head of Demko, just about snuck it under the bar. And then the wraparound attempt as well, almost enough to do it here. So good attempt there from it. And yeah, we should hopefully see things get going. Led the NHL with 64 goals and 89 assists, did Connor McDavid last season. As this one's going to come back down low. Broberg's going to play this one over to Dylan Holloway. Holloway's going to lead out to the middle of the ice there for Warren Foegele, but it goes all the way down the boards into the Canucks end. Janmark trying his best not to take a penalty. That should, by every definition of the word, be a holding or a hooking call there against Janmark, but it wasn't. So here's Holloway. He's going to lose that puck, battling, trying to throw the reverse hit, and this one's going to come back into the middle of the ice where the Canucks jam it into the skates of Broberg in his own end. Nice recovery there to start skating with it around the middle of the zone. He'll bounce it off the boards to Holloway. Sees it poked off his stick, and the Oilers try not to turn this one over high. and this will go back down low into Demko as this one comes back to the near side boards. Shot fired along the boards. This one comes up as this will go into the Oilers zone, but it's offside. So with 16:37 to go, we've got a stoppage in play. And friends, thank you for coming aboard this evening. Rez and Rhino, thank you for leading the charge on that. This has been a good one so far. 2-0 for the Canucks. Obviously, the Oilers trying to find a way back into this game. And yeah, you know what? It was a good start to the period with a good power play. Now, hopefully, the Oilers just don't go out there and butcher it like they did in that first period after a good first 4 or 5 minutes of the first. Cody Ceci in his own zone here. He's going to battle this back to Brett Kulak, who's going to bounce it off the boards. Comes back into the middle of the ice. Connor Brown's going to lead ahead. Connor McDavid on the ice alongside Brown. This one goes far side in front of the Oilers bench. Cody Ceci throws a stick at it. Couldn't get it going. And this one now back into the middle of the ice. This one played ahead. Nothing happening there. And this is going to go back the other way for the Canucks, who will get it there. The shot fired. Save made. And this one bounces around. And Brock Besser is going to tip it home and make it 3-0 for the Canucks. So just like that, I must have cursed it, because there you go, 15:57 to go in this second period, and the Canucks have taken a 3-0 lead. Jay Woodcroft's looking down at the replay on the board, not seeing what's going on here, but this is going to be a shot there across, and Jack Campbell just can't clear that out of the crease. As McDavid goes down, that's Kulak battling his man, and then who's on the far side there? Cody Ceci's just lost in no man's land. Mackenzie, welcome in. Thank you for being aboard. Appreciate it. And I think, just to answer your question, I think I did answer your question on finding the game for free. Yeah, it's kind of tough. I haven't heard of any streams that are streaming for free, and I think the NHL has cracked down quite heavily on that this year. So keep an eye out for that. It's going to be harder and harder to find games this year, and I think that's indicative of the numbers we've seen here in the chat this evening. 3-0, 15:50 to go in this second period. The Oilers did not very much so lose within the division last year, so interesting to see that the Oilers are now down 3-0 against a division opponent to start this one. Like I said, last year was a different story, it was looking like, because the Oilers, I think by this time in the second period, had a goal, but hopefully it works out here. That one shot towards the net by the Oilers, couldn't get that job done. McDavid on the ice for that goal against as well, by the way. Here's the shot from Bouchard, ripping it high over top of the net. The Oilers have 10 shots, but Demko stood on his head and just can't be solved so far in this one. David goes around the boards, and they've got McDavid, Hyman, and Draisaitl out there as a line combination to start the season. That's an oops from the Edmonton Oilers. As here's Evan Bouchard bellying it over to Leon Draisaitl. Draisaitl's going to come off the boards, drive towards the net. Hyman goes right into Demko, and he's being held there as he'll swim around the post. Here comes Bouchard, short side shot denied by Demko. McDavid throws the hit, and now the Oilers turn it over high in the zone, so they continue possession, but then they actually do turn it over the other way, and this one comes back the other way and will be an icing call against the Vancouver Canucks. So tough go to start this one for the Oilers. Obviously, we're not halfway done, so not going to discredit their opportunity to win this game, but not looking good from the Edmonton Oilers so far. Looking kind of rough. 14:45 to go here, and the Oilers need to go out there and figure this out, but that one played ahead there by the Canucks, just missed on the pass, and that ends up going down for icing. So we're back to action. Warren Foegele just about solved Demko. He's turned backwards in his net, but unfortunately couldn't do that job. And now here's Philip Broberg picking up this puck in his own zone. He's going to play to the far side boards. This one worked up along the boards there as this comes across the blue line. Here's Dylan Holloway. He's chipping there. Ryan McLeod comes chasing, and Dylan Holloway has just taken a tripping call. So that will be the penalty up there against the Oilers. 14:14 to go in this second period. And yeah, that is tough right there. As Demko sees that one go off, the kind of pad, and then he kicks it out with the leg in behind him. It's kind of a weird one, but he ended up getting the job done. Tripping call against Holloway. And we'll see what ends up going on here as Jay Woodcroft will get to work with the penalty kill. Mr. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins in net, 14-14 to go. In net, in the face-off dot, sorry. As this one won back by the Canucks. Shot fired up over top of the net off a block. Pettersson right to the attack right away off the settling of the puck. He'll whip it across to Hughes. Far side dot shot comes in. Save made by Campbell, and I thought that was in the back of the net, to be honest with you. I really, really did. This one now near side shot over top of the net. Jack Campbell sees that one go out of play. And, woof. This one going from bad to worse here almost immediately 20 seconds into the power play for the Edmonton Oilers. So, bad go. Bad go. And this one to the shot there off the post or off the bar there on Jack Campbell. $13:54 to go in this second period. First 100-point season for Mr. Elias Pettersson last year. This one to the far side dot now for the Canucks, who will set up the attack off the face-off win in the Oilers zone with 1.5 minutes to go on the power play. 13:40 to go. They're back to that far side dot, rolling around. Oilers penalty kill, doing a good job to keep them to the outside here so far on this shift. Quinn Hughes plays it down low. He gets it back at the point. The one-timer coming from Pettersson. Save made by Jack Campbell. And that will be a stoppage in play here to begin this one. 13:28 to go on this power play. Or, oh my goodness. Is it 10 o'clock? Is it 9 o'clock? It's 9:30. Yeah, there's a reason my brain's all scrambled. Long day at work. Get me going on live stream. Yeah, Tyce, you're struggling. All right. Here we go. Connor McDavid in the face-off dot. 13:28 to go in the second period. He's going to win this one back. Broberg's going to go across. Cece's going to fire it down the length of the ice, all the way down to Demko's paddle in the blue paint. He'll leave it there behind for Quinn Hughes, the captain. He'll work up the ice, and Hughes will play it to the far side boards. This one comes back into possession for the Canucks across the Oilers line. This is now worked down low into the Canucks zone on a clear by the Edmonton Oilers. And Thatcher Demko out to play with 13 minutes to play in the second period. 3-0 the score for the Vancouver Canucks. A tough go so far in this one, but yeah, it's ugly here for the Oilers. This one's going to be worked back across the line. Canucks to the attack as Pettersson will lead back to the blue line. Phil Besser, nice little touch pass, and then Janmark just can't pick it off either which way. And now Pettersson back low behind the net. Kuzmenko back to Pettersson. Pettersson will play this one far side. Weird bounce back of the net. 4-0. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. You're kidding me. 4-0 for the Canucks here. 12:30 to go in the second period. And here comes Stuart Skinner. Yeah, you'll love to see it. You'll love to see it. That is... No. Jack Campbell coming out of the net. He doesn't really want to leave, but they're cleaning up the hats, and here comes Campbell leaving the net. And Ken Holland, what am I watching, man? That is not good. 12:30 to go in the second period of play. Jack Campbell did not survive the first game of the season before getting yanked. And that one just deflects off of Besser, goes right through Jack Campbell, who was looking for something right there and never got it, as that one just bounces off of the shin pads of Brock Besser, who right out of the gate, I said that he was looking for a big year following everything he's gone through the past few. How about that? A hat-trick performance, not even 2 periods into the game. So, good on him, I guess, but it is what it is. Ridiculous. So Jack Campbell ends up going to the bench. Stuart Skinner goes in net Canucks clean up the hats on the ice. And we got a 4-0 game here to come back from now, but see what happens as Stuart Skinner comes in. 50 games last year, 29, 14, and 5. 275 goals against average, and there's Connor Garland absolutely pumping up JT Miller, who I think is going to have a monster year for the Vancouver Canucks, and it is a good thing they decided to hold on to him as long as they did, because things could have definitely been a lot worse if he would have landed and lit up somewhere else instead of in Vancouver after suffering through everything with the Canucks fans over the years. So this is going to be an interesting finish with 12.5 minutes remaining in this one. Third goal of the season already for Brock Besser, who is tied with Austin Matthews right out of the gate. Good on whoever has Brock Besser in the lineup, as this one goes off the goaltender Stuart Skinner. He gets his first touch. The Canucks right back to the attack. And this is going to be Dakota Joshua getting down low into the zone. And this is going to be interesting to see what happens here, as this will be a penalty upcoming against the Vancouver Canucks. So the Oilers will get to the power play and see what ends up coming from this. But down 4-0. Jack Campbell gets pulled. Obviously, the Oilers have been absolutely awful, and that bounce on Brock Besser going in on Jack Campbell, that's just you can't blame Campbell there. By no means am I doing that, but it's just wow. All right. Welcome to it. Experience Edmonton Oilers hockey, that's for sure. We're back at it. So see what comes of it, but hopefully the Oilers can find a way to score here on the power play, and we can get back in it, even make it interesting, right? Lose by a goal, not 4. Wouldn't mind that. That would be good. But for right now, it's just a tough situation as an Edmonton Oilers fan starting off this season, that's for sure. And hopefully the Oilers, like I said, just find a way to score something here and get us started. But as we currently approach 3,000 views on the live stream, definitely didn't expect that to kick off the season, friends. So that is victory in and of itself. Let's see what we got going here. We got a grand total of 100 and... No, that doesn't make sense. Hold on. I guess that does make sense. We got 176 hours watched on the stream. All right, good to go. We are absolutely all right to kick things off. And just on commercial break right now. So friends, I will throw you a commercial break, and I will remind you as well, if you are new to Dolynny TV and you did not get an ad right now, I'll throw this up here. Consider hitting that subscribe button here on the channel and clicking that bell to get notified for when live streams go live, when videos go live, and sit back, tune in, and become a regular occurrence here on Dolynny TV, if you would. And just to give you an update here as well on the old subscriber growth of the channel today. How about 12,776? So up a grand total so far on the day of just over, what would that be? 28? 28, yeah, 28 would be the number. It's the Oilers power play to work here. They've won the face-off. They're looking to try and score a goal right off the bat. That's a miscue. Might work out in front. Zach Hyman pokes it free. Connor McDavid picks it up. Pass over. This one's going to now go for McDavid. Far side shot. Scores! Let's go. We're right back home. No. In the office. Leon Draisaitl, one-timer. Gets the goal, and it's 4-1. I know. Calm down, Tyson. We're down 3. But the Edmonton Oilers make short work of their third power play of the night. And Leon Draisaitl from his office puts that one home. No mistake. And it's all set up by the flubbed shot by Evan Bouchard. McDavid collects back to Bouchard. McDavid rolls down over to Draisaitl for the one-timer. An unconventional look. But the Oilers get the goal. And McDavid with his first point of the season. Draisaitl as well with his first goal, and Evan Bouchard picking up his first point of the year as well. Can never go a point per game if you don't score a point per game. And right there, Evan Bouchard starts off the season getting going, and then the Oilers win a hustle puck. Unfortunately, Dylan Holloway's taken out, but another nice hustle there from Ryan McLeod. Rims it around the far side board. How about Cody Ceci getting into that one first, rimming it back around, and now all of a sudden the Oilers are getting a little bit of life going here. Jam in front. Dylan Holloway can't put it home. He gets taken to the ice again. McDavid Bouchard with the assist on the Draisaitl marker. And the Oilers down 4-1 here as this one's going to be chipped in the near side corner in the Oilers zone. Backhanded off the boards to Kulak. We got life again. And we're going to see what happens here. Is this going to be chipped there by Fogel? He doesn't know where the puck was, nor did any of the Canucks. And now here, how about this? Kulak picking it up. He's going to roll in to the far side boards there for Ceci, who bats it off the end boards back to Kulak. And this one goes around behind as Kulak will play this one off the boards. Backhanded ahead. Nuge, the first one on it. Battling for it. He comes through it with it as Ceci. Bad pass from Nuge. Almost turns that puck over. But how about Kane coming away with it? He'll chip ahead. And now it's Kane and Nugent Hopkins chasing in behind the net for this one. As Nugent Hopkins might get the turnover here as Kane comes in and pushes the whole pile ahead. Brown chips it to the open ice. Nuge trying to work this one ahead. He gets taken out, tangled up, loses his stick by the looks of it. 10-10 to go here in this second period as Nugent Hopkins trying to pick up his stick. The Oilers do ultimately come up with the puck. Broberg from Brown across to Desharnais. Shot on net. Goes down in front and the Canucks player following on it. Beauvillier, is the reason why Mr. Thatcher Demko is able to cover up that puck. But look at the Oilers go there, making short work of that penalty kill or power play and able to turn it on and get a goal. So don't mind that at all. And again, friends, blaming Jack Campbell for the performance, the first 4 goals from the Oilers tonight, that would not be a very good assessment of it. The Oilers were not good prior to that power play that they just scored a goal on, and they need to obviously figure out how to tighten it up here down the stretch in this one and get the job done to win this hockey game this evening if they want to, right? Again, if the Oilers want to win this hockey game, they will, but you're also down 3 goals with less than half a game to go, so you got to get moving rather quickly here on this one. So friends, again, one more reminder, if you are new to the channel, to consider hitting that subscribe button here on Dolynny TV. If I could cue up the graphic right there as well. I will tell you, there's a little special project I worked on with a minor hockey team out of the Crossfield, Carstairs, Didsbury area, and I'm excited about October 31st. So right when I get back from the Heritage Classic, I should have something very special and new to debut up here on the wall, so I'm very looking forward to that. And I will tell you, it's going to be a special moment to celebrate 10 years on Dolynny TV, being able to unveil that, and obviously start off another 10 years here in the books in November. So my man Jordan Newton, good evening, Jordo. Good to have you aboard. Glad to see you, buddy. And I'll put that good $10 to use. That'll cover a couple of glasses of iced tea at the home opener, I guess you could say. Maybe a bottle of Pepsi at Rogers Place, about it, right? $14 for a bottle of Pepsi or $15 for a beer. You tell me what you're going to spend your money on. Well, man, Jordo, good to see you, bud. And hopefully things are calming down at work. I know that was kind of getting tough there for you for a while, but I'm excited to have gotten the chance to chat with you there the other day, and hopefully be able to catch up with you here after going to the home opener sometime next week. Again, thank you, buddy. Very much so, do appreciate that. Here we go. This is going to be flipped back into the Oilers zone. Evan Bouchard is going to battle this one off, as this is going to be a hold against Bouchard by the looks of it. And the Oilers will go to the penalty kill as Bouchard will head to the box. So there we have it. Gillis TV hanging out. We've had Patrick, the Oilers fanatic, hanging out. Toff from the Rig 72 podcast as well, hanging out. No, by the way, as well, Tim doesn't need to wear the hammer anymore to really do the heavy work. Tim does a fantastic job, obviously getting us some key little stats that I tend to miss very well. And Tim's been a long-running member of the channel, back to the days where I really am not proud of. So glad to have him still around as well. As here we go, face-off in the Oilers zone. Cody Ceci, Darnell Nurse on the ice as the defensive duo. As nice work there by Darnell Nurse to win it over to Cody Ceci, and Ceci gets it down the length of the ice to kill off the first 15 seconds of the Canucks penalty or power play. So here's Quinn Hughes coming back the other way. He's leading in. It's going to kill off the first 20 seconds before the Canucks re-enter the zone, and then a nice just scramble play there from the Oilers. Matthias Janmark labels that puck down the ice, but it actually went nowhere. It was in the skates of JT Miller, and then a bad play there from Janmark and Ceci again, getting their wires crossed. And here's Darnell Nurse going back to the point. And how about this? Back down to the far side dots. Now back to the near side point as this one comes back for Quinn Hughes. He will roll up and come and get this puck back to the blue line. Pettersson, shot fired, tipped in front. And I have got to say it's 5-1, but the Oilers' coverage in front of the net tonight has been lackadaisical at best. And the Canucks are feasting. I mean, feasting on it. Absolutely unreal that this Edmonton Oilers team, I mean, yeah, take out Matthias Ekholm, and the Oilers defense drops significantly, but you can't be this bad. I mean, the Oilers defense literally is not this bad where you're giving up this. It's like, just watch this one here. Pettersson from the point. I mean, Nurse loses inside positioning. That's the big thing right there. Nurse loses inside positioning. There's a man right in front of the net screening Skinner, and I'm just absolutely baffled here that the Oilers are doing what they're doing. It's Pettersson's first goal of the season, assisted by Hughes and JT Miller, who's got 3 assists in this game so far. And this one's now going to go back the other way for Dylan Holloway. And this one's going to come back for the Canucks now into possession. They capitalize on the power play. Shot fired off the pads of Stuart Skinner. And we will have a whistle on the play. And looks like we have another stoppage for right now. Vincent, welcoming. Glad to have you on board. Good to see you again. And yeah, just Darnell Nurse just lets his man have inside position right there. Cody Ceci's not doing much about nothing either. Tries to take his stick away. I would have rather you just take the body and block the shot, but yikes. Tough go, and the Canucks lead 5-1. Okay. As here we go, Draisaitl's across the blue line. Connor McDavid's going to get going. This is going to be a shot back into the Oilers zone. I don't know what that bounce was, but that was, again, this puck has been bouncing on the Oilers, not so friendly tonight. But again, that's also part and parcel. When it's not going your way, it's not going your way. So that is where we're at. This one comes up the near side boards, and Kulak's going to collect on the turnover from the Canucks. Draisaitl reverse hit, knocks the guy down. And now Kulak's going to get this near side boards to Zach Hyman, who's wheeling into the zone. Shot fired off the pads of Thatcher Demko. Draisaitl goes down. No tripping call there. He just kind of lost his footing. And now Darnell Nurse will play this across to Evan Bouchard. Shot fired in by the Oilers. Onside they come. And now Connor McDavid picks up this puck. He'll play it off the side of the net. Draisaitl can't get going, and Kane is out there with Draisaitl and McDavid. This one flipped down into the Oilers zone. This one down low, and the Oilers will continue to try and get this going. Nurse works to the near side boards. Bouchard plays it ahead, and this is going to be worked up now by Connor Brown. Brown across the line, gets in down deep on Myers. Myers can't win that battle as it comes to the boards to Evander Kane. 6:52 to go here in this second period, and not good. As the Oilers and Canucks are still battling along the end boards, and here comes Connor Brown, and here's Evander Kane and Brown and Nuge throwing their weight around in the Oilers zone. Just can't really do much, and Carolina taking a 5-3 victory over top of Ottawa. Kind of would have liked Mr. Freddie Anderson not to give up 3 goals, but I'll take the win. As this is going to be flipped up into the neutral zone. Canucks knock it down, and it comes back in the middle as they will cross the blue line. Here's Pettersson. Pettersson looking for this one. Shot fired towards the net. Goes up over top, and the Oilers will take Warren Foegele to center. Evander Kane on the change. Back the other way. Picked up now by the Oilers. As this will be Warren Foegele wheeling around his own zone. He'll deal back to the Canucks blue line, where the Canucks pitch and catch to the Oilers blue line. Here's Kuzmenko across the line. 5:48 to go in the second period. I mean, you think in a 5-1 game you'd be like halfway through the third, but not the nature we find ourselves in here as Darnell Nurse walks across the line. Dylan Holloway, shot fired. Glove save, Thatcher Demko, and it does not feel like it, but the Oilers have the same amount of shots that the Canucks have. That is where we are at. That is for sure. So, yeah, we are going to be just fine and dandy here, friends. Obviously, as Gillis TV says, it's a good thing this happens tonight, not at home, because if I was paying to watch this at Rogers Place, it'd kind of suck. I'll be honest with you. That would kind of suck, but being at least at home, being able to watch the game and just kick back and relax in my own basement, that's it's not bad at all. And here we go. Now all of a sudden, all my non-Oilers fans, friends are sitting in here, sending in the chirps, but Tyson's got the numbers to prove it. Let's go. Things are going good on the stream. No, good. It's all good on my end. That's the one thing that was nice about getting those playoff streams under me is those playoff streams were big enough that now, no matter what, right, if a game sucks, we still are able to hold enough of a crew together that we're doing decent enough. And keeping it alive. So we'll see how things go in the third period. I expect folks will be going to bed in the second intermission. That is completely fair and completely fine. It might be a Canucks-dominated chat here tonight in the third period, but it's okay. We'll be fine. Yeah, exactly. Good thing it wasn't on home ice. Here we go. We got a promo for Hell's Kitchen. Friends, I guess after the donations from Mackenzie and, of course, Jordan, we'll go, yeah, you know what, we can probably go commercial free the rest of the way home here in this second period. Throw one more commercial midway through the third and we'll be good to go there. But yeah, we should be good here in the matter of moments to get back underway. As it's a good go. Here we go. Elias Pettersson on the bench there as he will not be on the ice. 6 goals, 9 assists in 19 games versus the Oilers for Pettersson. Nice pass in front by Broberg. Stick wasn't there from Hyman though. Broberg, right idea. Here's now Desharnais getting it back over to Broberg. This one comes back down low to the far side. Draisaitl going to play down low to McDavid. McDavid is taken out. No penalty there. No, not that I'm looking for one. Just wondering if the ref's arm was going to go up. As you know how it goes. And this one comes back to the blue line. Desharnais near side to Broberg. Shot comes in. Again, a nice shot there from Broberg. 2 heads he plays in this shift there in the offensive zone for the Oilers. How about this? Desharnais is able to race to that puck. The Oilers onside here. Nice play over to Draisaitl. Shot denied by Demko. Tried it. Couldn't get it. And this one will come back down to Kulak. 4:48 to go here in this second period. And this will be played ahead now over to Ryan McLeod. McLeod banks it off the boards over to Warren Foegele. Foegele bats it down now low to McLeod, who comes near side to Kulak. Kulak and Ceci, who have just had very rough games today. I mean, you were expecting these guys to be your third pair, they're your second pair, and they're barely able to swim out there. So kind of a problem as this one comes down low. Now Foegele will play it off the end boards. He's looking to get it back high to the point. There's CC. He goes back to Foegele. Foegele looks to it. He can't get it going, and now CC will fire the shot, and it drifts up and out of play. So that's it. That's all there for that chance for the third line, but a good look there for them. And what a good look there from Hyman over to Draisaitl. A good stop right there. As that was Demko stopping that one right there. All right. Get this going here. Draisaitl, Hyman. 4:08 to go in the second period on the bench now as the Oilers will send over the top line of Brown, Kane, and McDavid. And now here comes Nurse down low. He'll play it down low to Nugent Hopkins, Kane, and Brown, who have had some good looks in here. This one will come back the other way now. Shot fired towards the net. Rolled around as Bouchard goes in behind to Darnell Nurse. Kane, near side boards. Plays it up to Bouchard, who is stripped of the puck here. Now to the Canucks. The shot save made by Skinner. He'll fall on that puck. and make the save. So there you go, 3:38 to go here in this second period, and the Oilers will have a stoppage in play. That one right there, a good play there from the Canucks to turn that puck over and get down the ice in a hurry. How about this, Beauvillier, a good shot. Skinner swallowed it up. Nurse did a good job making sure a stick did not get in there from the Canucks. And with 3:38 to go here in the second period, the Oilers win the face-off back. Broberg rims it around the boards. High to Holloway, who goes off to, I believe that is Vinny Desharnais, bouncing off the boards to Matthias Janmark, coming heavy in there as the Oilers attack. Matthias Janmark will play this down low to Derek Ryan, who's battling along the end boards there. This one's going to come back to the Canucks, who will chip it up off the boards and go down into the Oilers zone. Bouncing off the boards, and now here comes Dylan Holloway. Holloway leading ahead. He's across the line. He'll wrap it around the boards and go over to Derek Ryan. Ryan plays it off to Holloway. Holloway's battling there, can't do it, and this is actually going to free up for the Oilers. No, nice dive and play. Canucks have had multiple of those instances. Just desperation dives, getting the puck out or keeping the puck in or scrambling up face-offs when they need to. Think back to Pettersson on the Oilers power play to end that first period, killing the clock by diving for that puck right off the face-off win by McDavid. This one now in behind the Canucks net. Shot fired towards the net, blocked in front there by the Canucks. Nice play by McDavid to follow it up. Far side now, Kulak comes up with his puck, rolled back to the blue line for Ceci, across to Kulak, far side. Kulak looking down low. This comes back off the skates of a Canuck to Leon Draisaitl. Draisaitl driving to the near side. Shot from Ceci off the post. My goodness. Tried to get it done. And here now is Connor McDavid. He'll go over to Leon Draisaitl. Can't do it. And this one's going to be flipped back into the neutral zone. Darnell Nurse will pick this one up. He'll play it across the line into the Canucks territory. Zach Hyman battling there will free this one up for a brief moment. But the Canucks are going to, not break away with that one, unfortunately. A good play there by Darnell Nurse and the Oilers defense to get it back the other way. Here's Connor McDavid down on the attack. What a block there from the Canucks. Again, a beautiful dive. And this one comes back now to Connor McDavid, far side in the Canucks zone. He'll roll around, pick up speed. He's going to dive on net. Shot fired, blocked in front. Don't know where that puck is. And Thatcher Demko has it. Somehow, some way it was in his blocker or something. And he has a stoppage in play. All right, that's where we're at. Look at that. Draisaitl over and Ceci. Shot fired off of the pipe. That sucks. We were that close to making it 5-2. And then Connor McDavid can't feather it through to Zach Hyman backdoor. But it is where we're at. Here we go. Hyman, Myers tying up off of that stoppage in play as well. Here's Darnell Nurse drifting one on net. Another block shot off of the stick of Darnell Nurse. That's two in this game that I think he just forced through unnecessarily. Having a rough one again, but again, only the first game of the season as the Canucks will roll around here. Nice play there by Nugent Hopkins. He will play this one around to Darnell Nurse. Nurse will lead this one ahead. And that will come in now near side in the Canucks zone. Roll around to the far side off the dasher boards. And this comes now back high in the Canucks zone. They will bust and get into the Oilers' end. Shot loading. Canucks play it off on a nice deflection. And that is just embarrassing there for Connor Brown and the Edmonton Oilers. Just all kinds of messed up on the backtrack defensively. And Connor Brown ends up falling backwards into the Oilers' net and taking out the Edmonton Oilers' moorings and stoppage and play because of it. That's, good backtrack there, sure, but just Connor Brown's coming hot, and then all of a sudden the man pivots, and goodbye gone. Connor Brown's in the back of the net. Lots of things ending up in the back of the Oilers' net tonight, including free agent signings. Who would have thought? Ryan Nugent-Hopkins against Elias Pettersson here in the face-off dot. Nugent-Hopkins is going to get down, win the, it's won by Pettersson. Face-off shot towards the net. No luck there for the Canucks. Good thing. Stuart Skinner, he's only allowed one goal so far, so not necessarily the worst performance. Obviously hasn't faced a ton of shots. and we'll have a face-off in the Oilers' end on an icing call with 32.4 to go here in this one. So there it is. Connor Brown, 2 20-plus goal seasons. The last was 2021. And, yeah, no, it's 3-2 for the Flames in the second period. No, thank you, David. And here we go. This is going to come back into... Nope. I thought it was going to come back into the Oilers' offensive zone, but offside as bench changes tried to happen. And here's that Connor Brown ACL injury against the Vancouver Canucks, as he just lost his leg and his knee kind of buckled there and he was busted up as Pettersson's trying to help him, and Brown is down and dusted. Had a lot more hair at that point too, and he knew something was wrong right at that point, and unfortunately for Brown, he missed the rest of the year after that, rehabbing in Virginia, trying to do the things. And this one shot towards the net now. Holloway, good look. He's going to wrap around the net. Ryan McLeod's going to bat this one back to the blue line. Broberg gets going. This one comes back down low. 5 seconds to go here in the second period. And that will do it, my friends, for this second period, where the Oilers now find themselves not down 2-0, down 5-1. As, Quentin, it is the Canucks that are the home team, so don't you worry about it. And friends, I will be back here in a matter of moments. I'm going to go upstairs quickly, throw you an ad, and be right back to recap. Not such a great period. No, not really. Yikes. All right, my apologies for the long wait. Again, it's just part and parcel, like I said, of the new situations this year. It is kind of what it is. Don't have it quite as easy as we used to during the playoffs, I'll tell you that much. Let's go here, see what's happening. as we got friends tuning in for noon. Welcome in. Glad to see you aboard. Owen, welcome in as well. And yeah, we're good to go here. Yeah, hopefully the Oilers can find a way just to get some offense going here in this, what do you say, third period. That would be definitely a nice addition if they could get that going. And let's go. Welcome in as well. Glad to see you aboard. And yeah, we are, I think we are ready to set up what could be a fun third period, right? Just obviously don't give up any more goals. Score 2 or 3 at least. Give us some hope for the home opener. That'd be the biggest thing. I'm not looking for the Oilers to win this game anymore necessarily, but I don't think they are completely counted out. That's the other crazy part. You get it 5-5 into overtime, and then anyone's game from there. So see what the Oilers have up their sleeves, but obviously bigger questions remain in terms of that at current. So let me just get that going, and there we go. Bing, bang, boom. Good to go. So yeah, that's exactly, just end the season opener on a high note. That would be the big thing right now. Go out there and get that done, and just try and obviously finish off with a good finish, and go win on Saturday. That's my big thing. All right. Let's see here as well. What do we got? Yeah, and gut shot. That's the other thing too. It was a bit of bad puck luck early for the Oilers, and I think the first goal and the second goal, just like a perfect bounce onto the tape there for, I believe it was Connor Garland that scored the first goal, right? Like the Oilers have not had that tonight, so right, tough going against you, not going for you, and then secondarily as well, that one that Besser scored, that's happens once every 10 games, and it happened tonight for the Vancouver Canucks. And obviously both teams playing 11-6, but the Oilers missing their 18th skater much more than the Canucks seem to be missing their 18th skater. All right, as we recap here, friends, before we recap the scoring department, let's go here. 3, 6, 7, 5. Bing, bang, boom. How about that? 238 hours on the stream. So as long as I stream through the rest of the third period, we should quite easily be able to finish off with over 250 hours, which is a usual pretty big pre-season or regular season live stream by any stretch of the imagination. The fact that we could possibly crush a 4,000 view live stream in the regular season here on Dolynny TV is next level crazy as well. Just to say that as much. But as we keep going along, friends, it's been a long night, obviously, as an Oilers fan. For a Canucks fan, it's been a good night. We're staying up for. But now the Oilers just have to deliver something to give us some kind of hope here going into the home openers. So, yeah, that's where we're at. And obviously, to Sky Blue, to your comment there. Dylan Holloway's looked good tonight. I don't see anything wrong with Dylan Holloway. He's done well. Again, though, I'd caution against just rewarding him with garbage time, because again, it's no indication of anything. And then Oilers fans are clamoring next game to have Dylan Holloway on the top line because he scored a goal with Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl in the last 3 minutes of the game in a completely meaningless moment of the hockey game. That's, again, always throw a little bit of caution out there in terms of doing that kind of stuff nowadays, because that actually stunts a guy's growth, in my opinion, more than it helps a guy grow. Is you grow grinding away trying to become a pro, not getting gimmies and then feeling like, oh yeah, 100% I got this, and then yes, Puljujärvi goes out there and gets traded for nothing, right? Similar story. Connor Garland, Brock Besser, Elias Pettersson. Tell me if that ain't the entire Canucks offense tonight, because it is. And that's the entire Canucks offense this year, I'm sure, alongside Quinn Hughes probably picking up some points. But you look at it here, Pettersson has 3 points tonight. JT Miller has 3 assists tonight. What else do we see here? We got Phil DiGiuseppe has a point. Phil Hronek has a point. Andrei Kuzmenko has a point. But other than that, yeah, it's the big boys producing here for the Vancouver Canucks this evening. talking about Pierre-Luc Dubois in his debut with Carolina Hurricanes, sorry, the Vegas Golden Knights. Why am I saying that? The LA Kings. And it looks like he went knee on knee with one of the Colorado Avalanche players, Olofsson. And he kind of extended that knee out there, trying to take it out. And I don't know what he's trying to do other than to maybe dodge it as well, but draws the ire of the crowd. And the Oilers and Canucks 5-1 in the second intermission. That's really all I can report for you there in terms of how things are going. We'll see what happens. And Gio, one more period to go. Tomorrow morning is going to be an interesting day, that's for sure. We'll just say that. All right. Tyson and Tara, compete level not good enough tonight or any night when you're a Stanley Cup contender. Again, that's best part is we get it out of the way game one. That's my big grateful thing there is we're getting it out of the way game one as opposed to like 20 games into the season. These are the consistent performances you're getting. Again, if that's the case, 20 games into the season, then we've got bigger things to talk about. So see what happens here tonight, and obviously take away whatever positives we can, because everything else is negatives, right? That's the big thing for sure. So again, friends, we're just coasting through at this point. Going to be on autopilot in the third period unless the Oilers decide to really turn up the tune and get the job going, right? That's what we're going to hope for. But marks out of 1,000, Tyson, I ask. About a 100, right? You got a goal. Good for you. That's it's kind of where we're at with the Oilers tonight. But again, right? It's the first one. It's a big thing. I would prefer this happen now. That's really the biggest part of everything. So to say it again, friends, as far as saying there in the chat, what I will tell you is if you are new to the channel, I'd really appreciate you hitting that subscribe button here on Dolynny TV, as well as clicking the bell to get notified of new videos and streams. I'm telling you, that is your handiest way. You'll get a little notification on your phone, a little notification on your web browser when I hit video live or hit a live stream live, and you can come in there and get that done. So that's the interesting part right there. But as well, friends, just to give you an update on that subscriber watch, I know I've been pushing it hard out of the gate again this season. 12,782. So closing in on almost up 40 for the day. So a good little addition. Thank you to everybody that's hit that subscribe button. That's what I always forget to say. Really do appreciate you being along for the ride. And as Gillis TV is saying, they're trying to gun up and get 13,000 by around the Heritage Classic. That's when I'd expect it, obviously, with a whole ton of live streams. If you're gaining 40 subscribers a day, or 40 subscribers a live stream, it's going to be possible way before the Heritage Classic, hopefully. But hopefully the Oilers get this done. And Everett, you're liking the jersey lineup in the background there. Well, I will tell you, you're going to see the Canada jersey be replaced by the Heritage Classic jersey. And then I assume what I'm going to do is probably get an Oilers away jersey and played it with my first ever Leon Draisaitl jersey. That would be the plan right here. So that's the hope. Get rid of the Colorado Rockies jersey and get rid of the Team Canada jersey. And should be good to go. Although the Canada jersey will come back up on the wall around Christmas time, because you know, one extra bonus feature you get on Dolynny TV outside of the Oilers coverage is the fact that I live stream the World Juniors games, similar style as this. So hopefully we get that opportunity to do that again this year. Although the games are at some funky times, I will tell you. They are early, late, I don't know what to call it, but they are weird. So hopefully we get going here. And right now as it sits, friends, Jack, as you're saying, last preseason game for the Oilers. Game 2, they will know the season has started. Yeah, that's the big thing. The Oilers got to get in gear here on Saturday, because I'm not paying to watch a 5-1 loss at all. And Jack, no, definitely not get rid of my Team Canada jersey. Just take it off the wall for now and shelve it in the closet. That's really it. And Taylor Hall took a hit to the head in Game 2 as a Chicago Blackhawk. That's always good to see. Not meaning that in a good way. I mean that's really bad, because obviously they brought them on board to do things with the Connor Bedard guy, and it's 3-2 in the second intermission for Calgary over Winnipeg. 5-1 for Vancouver over Edmonton. We're looking to change that as much as possible. All right. We just got to get this done and go out there and make a statement. Obviously, I liked Vinny Desharnais setting the tone early in the game, but it seemed like the Oilers just peaked after that, right? They had a good about another minute of hockey and then let their foot off the gas, and that was all she wrote from there. So hopefully for the Oilers, we go out here and, like we've said, set a tone, write a statement, and go into the next game ready to light the home arena on fire. Here we go. What do we got? Donald? Oilers will win the next game. Well, like I'm saying, that's what we're hoping for, right? That's what we need. And as we get going here, friends, we are just about ready to start this third period of hockey. Sorry, my pardon. It is getting past 10 o'clock. Got to keep that in mind. My brain starts going to mush after about 9:30, as you saw at that 9:30 mark. I'm like, oh my God, it is 9:30. And Jesser, it's a tough go here. It's definitely what the heck is going on for the Edmonton Oilers here in this one. And as we currently stand, friends, Tyson and Tara are asking about Matthias Ekholm. We're hoping Ekholm will be ready to go, but I do not know if Matthias Ekholm will be ready to go for Game 2. What I do know is the fact that we will be allowed an emergency recall on Saturday if we are unable to send down Mr. Marcus Niemelainen by then. So the big part there for the Oilers is that you could probably see Ben Gleason come up. That's who I'd assume would come up, give us an extra defender out of the bunch, and Ben Gleason come up and do his thing for a few games and then go back down once Niemelainen is ready to go down as well. So I want to thank you for hitting that notifications button. That's always a clutch of you folks back home to do that. And Natasha cheering for the Vancouver Canucks tonight by the looks of it. So hopefully the Oilers get this going. And oh wait, no, Natasha's cheering for the Oilers. Never mind. Okay, here we go, friends. Last commercial break. I think we should be almost clear to get going. Again, the scoring summary: Garland, Besser, Draisaitl, Pettersson. So it was Garland, Besser in the first, Besser, Draisaitl, Pettersson in the second. The shots, everything after 2 periods of play: 20-20 between the Canucks and Oilers, 15-11 the hits for the Oilers. So again, not even like they're getting pushed around. Yeah, they're not getting a couple of bounces. Goaltending, defense, a little shaky, not necessarily one or the other at fault, but both. And the Canucks 2 for 3 on the power play, so cash that. And as well, 5-5 the giveaways. The Canucks just have wanted the puck more. They've won the battles. They've stripped the Oilers of some pucks. 6-1 in the takeaways category. And the Canucks as well. At one point, the Oilers had the block shot edge, but the Canucks now lead 9-5 in the block shot department. So that's a huge get for the Vancouver Canucks, who have blocked some key shots for the Edmonton Oilers offense. So see what ends up happening here, friends. And obviously for the Oilers, we need a big performance here in this third period if we want to try and get anything done towards that home opener on Saturday. It's only 2 more days of work away, and then I'm off and running up north to Edmonton for a big home opener at Rogers Place. All right, what's in the thermos, quite honestly? There you go, Sky Blue just messing with me. I did not see the JK. You kind of see in the chat nowadays, they've got that heart reaction emoji thing. Heart reaction emoji, it kind of covers things up, but this one goes back, and we're talking about Brandon Sutter here. Edmonton Oilers, Brandon Sutter got suited up for the Oilers for a little bit in the preseason, but really couldn't do much for him because he's battling back from being out of the lineup for however long. He was a Carolina Hurricane from 08 to 12, 107 points in 286 games, 78 points as a Penguin. Warren A out there. And Ken Holland getting going here. As here we go, the Oilers We'll get going into the third period here, looking for something to do, right? Something to do in terms of the goal scoring department. Obviously score as much as you can here in the third. I'm not expecting the Oilers to necessarily score even 2 goals, just 1. Just dominate the period, score a goal, and don't allow the Canucks to score another one. That's the biggest thing I could tell you right there, that's for sure. So here we go. Face off at center ice. Ryan McLeod, Warren Foegele, Dylan Holloway start on the ice. McLeod wins it back to the defense. The Oilers shoot it in. We're back to action here at Rogers Arena. Comes to the near side boards. Canucks win the battle along the wall. We've said that all night as Vinny Desharnais at his own blue line spins, fires over to Broberg. Tipped in there by the Oilers defense. Comes up off the glass, and this one will be battled back into the Canucks zone. Canucks try to clear the zone. How about Desharnais standing tall? He gets absolutely stapled by Joshua and then tries to staple Joshua himself. I would not be surprised to see these two guys go at it one more time here in this game. Desharnais, though, just spins off his man, and he'll come back in. Dakota Joshua doing a good job at doing exactly what Dakota Joshua does as a hockey player. Agitate, irritate, and hit. That's the book. We heard it in the preseason against the Oilers. That is literally the definition of what Dakota Joshua's job as an Edmonton Oiler is. So that's where we're at right now. And we're going to go back here and come back in behind the Oilers net. This one comes high over to Bouchard. Far side boards now over to Connor McDavid. Stick ripped out of the hands of, I believe, Zach Hyman or someone. Here's Quinn Hughes going back in behind. 18:44 to go here in this third period. He will step out from behind Thatcher Demko up the middle of the ice, play to the near side. Here's Pettersson leading into the Oilers zone. Darnell Nurse in behind the net. He'll wrap it around the boards. This one's going to come back into the middle of the ice. This one tipped around as this one will be worked by the Oilers looking to do something. Far side, shot fired down off the boards, tipped down into Oilers territory. Evan Bouchard, 18:17 to go here in the third period. This one keeps rolling around. Draisaitl will work back for Darnell Nurse. This one bats off his skates. And this one now over to Connor Brown. Brown back to Draisaitl, near side dot, blocked in front there off the skates of another Canucks player. Cody Ceci's going to pick up this puck. 17:56 to go here in this third period. And that puck is going to go up and out of play. So there you have it. All right. Go here and all right, this one back and forth. The Oilers are going to go back into the neutral zone on the D-Day play, and this is going to work back into action here for Derek Ryan. Nothing happening here along the boards, just a whole bunch of batting sticks back and forth, to be honest with you. And obviously we've already burned 2.5 minutes. Stuart Skinner just jumps on that puck and freezes it. And if this is what we have to watch for 2.5, another half hour of hockey, I'm going to be pretty upset with that. Friends, we have just crossed 4,000 views on the live stream. So thank you so much for being along for the ride tonight. Really do appreciate that. And Purple Wolf turning in from Nova Scotia this evening. Glad to have you aboard. All right, let's do this. Face off back to the blue line. Here's Jaros firing it down low in behind the Oilers net. Canucks far side. Garland's going to get this going. 17:18 to go here in this third period. Oilers battling in behind again. Lose a battle and lose the puck as here's Beauvillier coming back to the near side as this comes back over to Warren Foegele. He's trying his best to get things going in behind the net. Brett Kulak. Kulak will play this one up off the boards and tipped in there by Dylan Holloway. And this one is going to be down the ice and done. 16:56 to go here in this third period of play with 5-1 the score right now. Boys. Come on, get her done. Foegele on the ice now for the Oilers. He's going to be out there with McLeod and everybody there. This is, I don't know what's going on here. Fogel tying up with Pettersson and one of the other Canucks players. Okay. Okay. We'll have that going on. And 3.2 or 3.12 goals against average in 2023. 17th in the middle of the pack there for the Oilers. Again, save percentage with 15th, goals against 17th. And not necessarily bad numbers for the Oilers when you have the historical offense they did. But again, tough go when you're the Oilers trying to obviously batten down the hatches in the playoffs. This one comes down the boards as 16:46 to go as Quinn Hughes will draw up the ice to Elias Pettersson. Pettersson across the line. He's going to skate in. Pickpocketed there by Evander Kane, who can't force it past Quinn Hughes. 16:30 to go here in this third period. Is now time starting to wind down. Shot save made by the glove of Stuart Skinner. Good one right there. And we don't mind that at all, as that's a good save. 16:27 to go in this third period. Kuzmenko here, shot from Pettersson. Save made by Skinner. And we will have the face-off to his right-hand side, the blocker side of Skinner. And Miller will go off the boards. Vinny Desharnais will battle there. Broberg getting going. This one's going to be battled off the boards. Connor McDavid working here as this one comes back. Tipped out of the zone. And 16:12 to go here in this third period as this will be bounced off the boards. As picked up by the Canucks. Di Giuseppe plays it across. Couldn't do it. Now here coming back the other way. The Oilers will start a 3-on-3 attack. Far side pass over to Hyman. And maybe we're going to get something dangerous. No. The Canucks just seal it off and that's it. That's all. And this one comes back now to Bouchard. Bouchard plays it ahead as Draisaitl and Hyman across the line. Draisaitl will bat this one back down. Sorry, that's starting on the other side of the blue line there as Hyman is out there now with Draisaitl and Kane. Draisaitl tries to throw a little hip check. And this one comes back back to the near side boards. Hughes fires it down into the Oilers zone. Actually, I think he passed it off before he fired it down. All good, though. This one's tipped back off the glass and out of the zone. And here comes Draisaitl. Backhand sauce across. How about a little life? Nugent Hopkins rebound to Brown, who drives the net. Just couldn't plow it through. Here's Nurse to the front of the net. Again, trying to drive it right onto the tape of Connor Brown. Couldn't do it. 15 minutes to go here in this third period of play. This is going to be fired out of the zone down the length of the ice and into Oilers territory for an icing call against the Vancouver Canucks. So giddy up. There you have it. And you're going to be tired in the AM. I'm going to be tired in the AM as well. I've got a doctor's appointment, like I said, southeast, southwest Calgary somewhere. Still got to figure out where it is. And it's going to be interesting to see what kind of shape I'm in for that. As we're going to get going here, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins looking down on the bench. 6 goals, 6 assists in 30 games last season. 14:56 to go here in this third period of play. Puck bounced off the boards. Down the length of the ice, back to Stuart Skinner. Cody Ceci picks this one up. 14:46 to go here in this third period of play. Brad Kulak plays it up along the boards. This one's going to be batted down by Derek Ryan. Thatcher Demko gets going, and this one Kulak fires the shot. And then just again on that breakaway, couldn't solve that. And the Oilers have had some good looks, but Thatcher Demko has been just very solid so far tonight. And this one's going to be, well, just everything. Can't seem to solve Demko. Shot save made by Skinner. 14:24 to go here in this third period. And Demko, Boudreau under Tocchet, he was 11-4-2, 252 goals against average and a 918 save percentage. Only 6 games over 3+ goals against average. And not bad at all. So hopefully for Demko, he continues to have a good year, just not against us the rest of the year, okay? That's all I ask. Just keep Demko out of the crease when he's facing the Oilers, and we're good to go there. Hughes fires a shot, tap in right on the doorstep. Broberg's not paying attention. It's 6-1 for the Canucks. Look at that go. Hi. All right. I'm done. I'm good. I think I'm good. They're going to review this one here, but looks like they might review this one. Besser scores on the doorstep. 4-goal game for Brock Besser. Yeah, I'm good. Yeah. Yep. That's I appreciate everybody being aboard tonight, but it's also 10:21. The Oilers are getting lit up 6-1. And yeah, it's not going to get better from here. So friends, I'm going to head out. I'm going to go watch the rest of this game myself. And you know what? I got nothing good left to say at this point, so I'm just not going to say anything, right? If you got nothing good to say, don't say it. That's what Mom always used to say. So I'm gonna head out for the rest of the night, and we'll catch you folks Saturday live from Rogers Place. But I'll see you tomorrow. We'll talk about things tomorrow, and we'll go from there. Yeah.